All right. That's right. You see it. I'm here. I made it happen somehow. I know it's not the easiest way to do it, but I tried my best and we did something. Let me just make sure this camera is striggity straight. Ah, it's a little better. And let me get rid of this Wi-Fi connection here. Hold on. It might lose the stream real quick, but it'll come right back. Mhm. 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 All right, hopefully we're good to go. I think it adjusted already. Let me just check and see how it sounds on YouTube's. Uh let's see. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Sounds like all right, we're cooking with gas. We good. All right. Okay. All right. So happy Saturday, everybody. Sorry for the delays and little technical difficulties here. What can go wrong will go wrong. Just understand it. Content creation is not fun sometimes. So it is what it is. We make it work. Happy Saturday to you guys. Happy holidays once again. We're right around the corner from a new year. Oh, man. Hopefully this next year coming up is great and prosperous for everybody. Wishing you guys nothing but the best of success, wealth, and health. Let me see what we got going on today, man. We back into the winter. We were getting some some unseasonable weather for a minute, and I was digging it, but now high of 48 today. I guess you can't be that mad. It's the end of December, and it's a high of 48. So that's okay. We not too bad. That's all right. We rocking. We rocking. Right now it's 43 and cloudy is what it is. Hope everybody's doing good. Shout out to you and yours. Let me see what's going on with the chat. All right. Shout out to Walter Blackman. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. JJ's in the building. Appreciate you. And thank you, Walter. Yeah, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well today. I hope your family's doing well. Thank you, brother. JJ said, salute, Ron. Happy Saturday, bro. Lost to a better young core and physical and long team. Felt like we got punked. I hear you. I hear you. It didn't feel great. I didn't love it. I didn't love it. Liga D, what's going on? 713 Gamer. Appreciate you as always, my bro. What up? Double A, what's good, Double A? Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. Wiz, BK to LA. What's going on, Wiz? He said, salute, Ron. JJ, I know the Ashton Kutcher was in the broadcast booth ready to jump out saying you got punked. Let's hope Obi and Halliburton don't have career nights this evening. Yep. Appreciate you, my brother. I hope not. Hey, the first lady of still Knicks fans and the Knicks community is in the building. Geraldine McIver. Go. What's up, Geraldine? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Happy holidays to you and yours. And wishing you the best in the coming new year. Let me see here. Animal Lex is in the building. What's good? Salute, my brother. Appreciate you. Wonder Woman's in the building. Happy New Year to you. She says, Happy New Year, Ron, in the chat. Appreciate you, Wonder Woman. Same to you. Dwayne Dennis is in the building. He said, can we beat the Pacers? Because we are surely not besting the Timberwolves. They're too big and they're too good. Yeah. They have the second best record in the league. Yeah. Minnesota's no joke, man. Minnesota's no joke. They just everything's clicking this year. They got it together. They know what they got to do. And then it looks like they're all like sipping the same Kool-Aid this year. So is what it is. Knicks are nice. Pudge is in the building. Salute. What's good, my brother? He says my prediction was right. 7-seed team this year. Listen, man, I don't know. We'll talk about it, but I don't know what's up with the Knicks. I don't know what happened. Something changed over the past month or so, and they've turned into a different basketball team. They're not the same team with the same identity that we used to, and all of a sudden they play basketball differently. I don't know what happened. I don't know why we're looking at a different team out there. We made one change. We added Dante DiVincenzo, and all of a sudden, we've just changed the way we do things on the court. I don't know, and it's not. I'm not saying it's Dante's fault. I'm just wondering what happened here. And it's not like Dante's a defensive player too, so he's not the issue. It's the team, it's the scheme, it's everything. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. My guy Mega is in the building. Salute, Mega. What's good? Mega NYK is here. Happy New Year, NBK, SKF family. Salute. Appreciate you, my brother. Happy New Year and all that good stuff to you as well, bro. Yeah, Dwayne. I know, man. Listen, man. Things happen. First off, I had set up for 11:30. If you guys don't know, it's the holidays. I have family staying with me, so it's a little more difficult to be maneuvering around. I don't have the biggest place, and then so got to deal with sound and stuff like that. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get through it today, but I'm doing it for y'all because it's a little difficult today. Then the other thing is my green screen broke. As you can see, it's working right now, but the clip on it broke. Some of these things, the wear and tear, I don't know, man. It is what it is. You just got to deal with it. But I was able to kind of jerry rig it together to make it stay up. So hey, you know what I mean? Pause. Deron Wayne says we're too small. 11 a.m. CS. Thank you. 713 game. Appreciate you, brother. Troy Van Til is in the building, man. Troy, I don't know if I've seen you in the chat recently, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you for rocking with us. It's been a minute. Yeah. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And happy New Year to you and yours, man. Long Island Sound, appreciate you. What's going on? He said, was going to say the game will be on soon. I see you, Long Island. Okay. All right. I see you, my brother. Will Salkin is in the building. Salute, Big Ron. Happy nearly New Year, friends. Yes, we almost there. Like I said, I'm wishing the best for everybody. I hope this next year is the best year you've ever had. And most importantly, man, happy health, because past couple years, health has been crazy for everybody. So I'm hoping for the best. CKK in the building. He said, trade Barrett, please. Wow. I know. People are feeling a certain way. I get it. I understand. I know. Building Blocks is in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Thank you. Let me see. Anthony Alvarado is in the building. Salute. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if OG's ever going to get traded to the Knicks, man. I don't know about that. What up, Anthony? Appreciate you. He said the Toronto Raptors are finalizing a trade to send OG Anunoby to the New York Knicks for a package including RJ Barrett, Immanuel Quickley, and draft consider. This is no, it's not. Hold on, guys. I gotta check some stuff out. I can't be rocking. I'm not jacking this right now. Don't give me this. Hold on. What? Hold on. Let me check this out. Give me a second, guys. You know what I mean? This is some stuff. Holy crap, it's real. Oh my God. Are you serious? Oh man. What is happening, folks? That's wow. Man, talk about throwing a monkey wrench in my show. Damn it. I had all this stuff I was going to talk about. Are you kidding me? Wow. Ooh. Wow. Man, wow, wubsy. Damn. Wow, guys. And no, Walter, I thought it was fake news too. It's not fake news, bro. It's from Woj. Wow. How am I gonna? Let me try to get through saying what's up to everybody before we get into this. This is nuts. I mean, it's not crazy. Look, we know there's been a lot of stuff going on with RJ. He hasn't looked good. And he's been very up and down with his play. I was almost at the point of saying, like, we need to look at some things, but wow. Okay. Let me see if we can shout out a couple more people before we get into this, because I know people gonna want to talk about this. Is crazy, man. First off, let me see if I can share screen just to put this up for everybody. Wow. It's not fake news. I'll tell you that. It is not fake news. Per Adrian Wojnarowski, you guys see it. The Toronto Raptors are finalizing a trade to send OG Anunoby to the New York Knicks for a package including RJ Barrett, Immanuel Quickley, and draft considerations. Wow, wubsy. Man, guys. Whew. Precious Achiuwa is also a part of the deal to the Knicks. So, I mean, damn, that actually does help two of our weaknesses, man. Precious Achiuwa is a pretty solid big man. Well, big man-ish, but OG Anunoby, man, we've been talking about him for a long time. There's been injury concerns, but as far as when he's healthy, this guy plays really incredible defense. He has some scoring to his game, and most importantly, he just may fit the Knicks system better than RJ and Randall's collab. Wow, this is crazy, guys. I can't believe this is happening. I love RJ. RJ's my favorite player on the team, even though he hasn't played like it. But still, it's wild to even think about the fact of him not being on the Knicks right now. That's crazy. Shout out to Kareem Grant. Appreciate you, Almighty Finesse. I know. Look, yeah, right. It's crazy. Big Lou, he said, "Good day, Ron. The Knicks family chat. It's time to pull the trigger and trade RJ and Tibbs to stop playing small. We need a true wing 3D player." Well, damn it, Big Lou. Looks like you asked for it and you shall receive, because there it is. Of course, they got to finalize things. The league has to make sure everybody's healthy. They got to make sure the money is right. But this is damn near a done deal. When you get the post from Woj and it's happening like this, unless something crazy is happening, and I can't even believe that Toronto is willing to trade with the Knicks. But excuse me, I guess that's how much they care about getting RJ and Immanuel Quickley while they can, because they might be able to re-sign quickly. But damn, RJ and Quickley. Ugh. You know what? It is what it is, guys. I mean, we're talking a lot of stuff about the Quickly's impact and his value, but obviously the Knicks don't have the money to pay him. They don't feel like they can pay him. So that's what it is. That's the bottom line. You got Julius Randle, who people keep saying is going to want the bag. And I keep telling y'all, man, unless Julius does something or says, I don't want to be a Knick, I feel like the Knicks is trying to keep him. So they might be just trying to find a way to keep Julius. Jalen's gonna want the bag when he's coming up for his. They're gonna give Jalen the bag. And unless a big trade happens where they can move Julius for something better, I think Julius is gonna be here. I don't know how that's gonna look, but we can't listen. One thing we can't deny is Julius is playing the best of any Knick right now. Okay, hands down, Jalen Brunson included. Julius has been right now, these stretch of games, last 15 games, I think it is. Julius has been the most consistent Knick player out there on the court. And that's just what it is, what it is. If you want to throw Quickley in there, he's had good moments, but he's been inconsistent too. Jalen is probably the next best when it comes to consistency. And iHeart just hasn't had enough time yet, so I could say that for him. But he's been pretty consistent, except for last night. Last night was a stinker. Oh, wow. Nick Jr. 79 is in the building. Salute. Louisiana Knicks is in the building. I can't even get through everything. All this stuff is going on. I can't believe this is happening. Shot Powers in the building. Appreciate you. Let me see here. Oh wow, this is crazy, bro. Boogie Down BX, salute, appreciate you. Yeah, Mitch getting that's Boogie Down. You saying the right thing. Mitch getting hurt changed everything for this Knicks team and how they look at stuff. They can't even play defense without Mitch. They can't even. That was one of the things I wanted to talk about today. The Knicks can't even play defense without Mitchell Robinson. It's nuts. Corey, what's good? I know. Yeah, goodbye, RJ. I know it's kind of wild, man. It's kind of wild. Yeah, I see it, JJ. We talking now. We talking now, bro. Yeah, I know, Will. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I mean, it's one of those things where you kind of wanted it to happen a long time ago, but now that it's really happening, it's taking me a minute to process it too. If it was just RJ for OG and like some picks or whatever, I guess I could say, you know what, maybe the time has run its course. And it's still tough for me to say, damn, no RJ on the team. It's still I still take a minute to deal with it. But I understand what RJ's been doing and what he's not hasn't been doing. And at this point, maybe the Knicks are just like, listen, how long are we going to keep giving this kid a chance when he's had moments to step up? When nobody else was here, it was kind of his team. When we started bringing in people, we were trying to work around him. He had a moment to still succeed. Then we got rid of Kemba and got rid of Fournier, which kind of derailed him a little bit, right? But going into this time around, you would think he has a moment to really shine. Still not shining. He had 6 or 7 good games. He got hurt, and he hasn't been the same since. I hate to say that about RJ because I sincerely like the kid. I really wish he could still be a New York Knick, but there's just been so many ups and downs with him, and he just doesn't give us enough. It's not that he's not going to be a good player one day. I really do think RJ is going to be a good player in this league. And depending on what happens with Toronto, if Toronto tears it down or they make him a number 1 or a number 2 type option, I think RJ is going to get busy. See, the part of the problem with guys like RJ is when they're on a team with other good players, they get lost, right? But if you give RJ, we've already seen when RJ gets volume, he's a 20-point per game scorer, no problem. He's not as efficient, but he puts up the numbers, right? But make him in a situation where he has the opportunity to be the guy, and he's going to put up numbers. He's gonna put up numbers. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Big Buddy says Knicks stink. Well, Big Buddy, I hope you're a Knick fan and just mad that they traded RJ. But if you're a Knick hater, then come on, man. What are you doing here? Oh man. Also Chief in the building. He said we lost Mitch. Yeah, man. That has a lot to do with it. Corey says looks like we also got Precious in the trade. Yeah. Like listen, is the trade a good trade? I don't know all the pieces yet, but if you're trading RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley for OG Anunoby and Precious Achiuwa, I can't be mad at it. You know what I mean? We obviously Knick fans might say, Quickley may be worth a little bit more. But if we can't sign Quickley, if Quickley's not coming back, this is the other side of the coin. This is the I don't want to lose Immanuel Quickley for nothing. Remember that? We all say that. It's either we sign him or we trade him, but we don't want to lose him for nothing. This is not losing him for nothing, guys. This is what it is. So I don't know. It's tough. And hopefully, yeah, Nixon Nice says RJ back home. Yeah, hopefully that helps. We'll see. Wow, that's crazy. Let me put up a little thingy here, man. This is nuts. This is nuts. Wow. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. Karen Wilder says the Raptors low-key fleeced. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, guys. Because there's no well, maybe they might be able to if the Raptors got money. I don't know their books. Maybe Quickley might be able to stay there, man. They might be able to pay him. He might be able to get a starting spot in Toronto. Yeah, because really, there's nobody over there that's ahead of him that he would have to like. If he has to fight, I think he could beat anybody out in that position to get the start. So yeah, in the end, if they're able to sign Immanuel Quickley, then the Raptors going to come off good. I don't know about fleecing because remember the reason why we wanted OG Anunoby is because he fills the need of what we have been missing. He can score a little bit, and sometimes he can score. You know, when he's on, he can really score, but he can score a little bit. But most importantly, he gives us the defense that we've been asking for. So once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, the breaking news: the New York Knicks have and trade talks, and all, it's not done yet. It's not finalized, but looks like it will be. They have traded R.J. Barrett and Immanuel Quickley to the Toronto Raptors for OG Anunoby and Precious Achiuwa. So, wow, man. Yeah, man. I'm talking about it, J-Tap. You see it? We talking about it, man. Jigga Man Portal, what's good? 1/4 of the Knicks Morning Brew or Morning Brew Sports Network. Salute to you, my brother. What up, bro? Happy New Year, fam. I mean, it's happy, but this is wild. Well, Pudge, the difference is the Knicks will pay OG. You know what I mean? Like Quickley, the problem with Quickley is that he wanted to start, right? That's one. Two, he's another 6'3", 6'4" guard, 6'3" guard that probably 6'4", I don't know. But we have so many of them, right? We don't have an OG Anunoby. And we traded RJ Barrett, which also frees up the money, right? We signing OG Anunoby. Just mark it down, Pudge. OG Anunoby's a Knick. He's gonna be here for a minute. Yeah. I know I'm behind in the chat, but you can see, man, I was shocked, bro. I couldn't believe it. I thought I thought you guys was trolling me. That's crazy. Julu Caesar in the building. Salute. What's good? King Ribby. I know, bro. I know it's yeah. PM Moise, tell us what you really think. he's not, he's like, no more Barrett. I hear you. Oh my God. Wow. It's tough. It's a tough. Yeah, I know. I was not aware, bro. I was stuck. I was like, you can't be serious, bro. Yeah, man. Look at this. Woj bomb. All right, let me do this. Let me put this out there because I know some of y'all want to talk. So let me put this out there for y'all. Because this is definitely Know the Ledge. There's gonna be some therapy happening today. I might have to talk some people off the ledge. Listen, it is what it is, guys. I'm gonna get through the rest of these comments, man, because a lot of y'all commenting. We got 175, 169 people in here right now. Please smash that like button. I know it's breaking news right now, but show your love for the show. I appreciate it. And if you hear, please, help a brother out. It looks like, yeah, smash that like button. If you subscribed, please if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Let me hit the intro. I'm gonna come back. I got somebody in the back already. We're gonna chop it up. But man, this is crazy. It's like it's still kind of tough to. Oh man, people already putting up the OG and the Knicks jersey edit. Ooh, oh, it's rough. It is rough. Oh man, hold on. Hold on. You know what? Let me do this real quick. I got to do this. I got to do this. I don't know. I don't Man. It seems like it's only right, bro. I'm probably never gonna do it again. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Let me put some of this. I'm gonna hit the intro, but I want to hit it when I come back because I want to be ready when it finishes. Let me hit some of this. Oh, did I get rid of all of them? I did get rid of all of them. I got something here. Yeah, 2 seconds. Well, less than 2 seconds. I'm lying. Of course, it's gonna be longer than 2 seconds. Don't believe me. Wow, Wubsy. Okay, guys, I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh no, it's tough. It's tough to deal with this right now. Now it's hitting me. It took a minute, but look. Oh no, number 9. Oh no, in the arms of an angel. That's for Jerry Ferrara. I could put that in my head. Shout out to you, Jerry. Man. Okay, let's fix ourselves up. We're a little off kilter here. All right, here we go. Okay, guys, unbelievable, man, unbelievable. I don't even know how to react. I got a bunch of people backstage. Let me get everybody up in here. Wow, this is crazy. Oh man, Double A.
What's up, brother?
John, my other half. Jigga Man Porto.
Oh. What it do? What the hell just happened, people? What
do we do?
Yo, the best part was Ron's talking, and I'm like, man, I know it takes him a minute to go through the chat. I'm texting you, Ron. I'm like, Ron, Woj bomb just dropped. Say something. He's just going. He's like, oh, that'd be a funny trade. And then next one he pulls up, he's like, oh shit, it happened.
I can't believe it, man. I cannot believe it. I'm shocked because the
minute I saw it, bro, all I thought was, okay, Murray or Mitchell next, right? Like this can't be the only move. Like it can't be. And how is the name Fournier not attached to anything? Like how do you have a trade that goes through and Fournier is still sitting on our damn bench? I don't know, man. I put the tweet out. I'm in a glass case of emotion. Got me feeling like Will Ferrell in this bitch. I'm like,
Listen, I gotta tell you, first off, you are making a really good point. The fact that this trade is going down and no Fournier is included, the Knicks better be trying to do something else with Fournier. Because if you're going to give up quickly, something's got to be happening here. But anyway, let me get you guys' first reactions to this. I got Jigga. I know how he's feeling. Let me go to Double A, and then I'm wait. No, John's in the call. Let me go to John.
John. John.
You already know I'm jumping on real quick because I got some family things I'm doing right now. But I had to jump on, share my love, and be like, "Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy."
Yeah.
And for me, this is an A+ move because at the end of the day, it helps out RJ Barrett's growth. It's going to help out Immanuel Quickley's growth. Get those guys out of here. They're behind other players right now, and we're currently in the position to grow and extend our sort of path to a championship. But those guys aren't ready to be a part of that yet. Not with us. Not as the way the team is constructed right now. Those guys are just filling in roles, and they're not the best at that role, right? At least in my opinion. I think Quickley's having a decent year, but Barrett right now is trending backwards. You know what I mean? And I think right now we need to go to a place where we get both a defensive player in, OG Anunoby, and if Precious is a part of that, he is also a defensive player who has upside on his offensive abilities. You know what I'm saying? So I love this trade. And again, seeing that we haven't touched Fournier, there's probably going to be some more brewing, and hopefully that's going to be the case. But I can't stay on for long. I appreciate you guys for jumping on. Yo, this is dope. This is dope, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be tuning in.
Happy New Year, Jay.
Happy New Year to you all.
We're gonna talk.
Yeah, we know we are.
All right,
yo. Peace.
Later. Oh man, Double A. What's your thoughts on this? I mean, I know you've been wanting the Knicks to make a change, but how do you feel about this change?
Well, I was a big RJ Barrett fan because I know if you guys heard my takes, I always emphasize, youth movement and growth and drafting is a big part of things. And this shows it, And I feel with this trade, we finally made an even up trade. It's too many lopsided trades that Knicks have been involved in over the last few years. But this is a trade, like the trade that I said, Sabonis and Halliburton helped both teams, and both teams are happy. This is one of those two teams. I mean, if you are a RJ fan, this hurts a little bit. It hurts me a little bit. He's a great young man. And one thing you got to give RJ, no matter what, he always faced the music. He never ducked the media. He never ducked the hard questions or answers. And I wish him the best of luck, man, because he's a good young man. And I think this is going to help him. Quickly, hey, we got to do it. How many people are we going to pay $20 million to ride the bench, man, or be on the bench? We can't have all our finances spent on the substitutions, and he puts us in a bad spot because, Isaiah is with Mitch. Isaiah is a big, big, big part, and we have to retain him. Personally, I hope we are not done. I don't think we're done, especially like you guys are saying, Fournier is still hanging out there, and it'd just be absolutely terrible not to take advantage of him to at least get a piece that will help us. It don't got to be a star. It's just a piece that can help us, a pick, something that can help us. Let's not just give him away. I wish Quickley the best, being a fellow Christian. God bless him, man. God bless him. And this is a happy day. I think this is a really good move for the team. Tibbs is a defensive team. We got to help them.
Yeah, I think the best part, like if I'm looking for a positive, is the front office is not just sitting on their hands. That narrative can stop. They're not going to do anything. All those people that are in there saying, they'll never make a move. Well, here you go. It's a move. Yeah, we're going to have two sides to it. Those that think it's a great move and those that question it, right? The downside to the trade, obviously, is you look at someone like IQ. But again, you've got to take the personal feelings out of it and go by the business side of it. You cannot have over 70 million plus coming off the bench next season. You can't do it. Like facts are facts. So we knew we were going to lose them. So I think it's one of those ones where it's like, well, but was that the trade though to use that piece? The point is they did something, right? Yes. Last season, Ron, how many times were people begging for OG? Off season, how many times were people begging for OG? Well, for those of you that were begging for him, you got him, and here's what it costs. Good news is we only do a second rounder in there. We still have other picks and assets. That's why, to me, it's kind of clear. Like, this is only the first shoe to drop.
Yeah.
There's more to come, and that's what excites me because everybody was at the point of they're not going to do nothing, right? We're just going to roll with this and then see what happens next season. Right? We said we don't want to see a move that is just a move just to get a star that does nothing. Some will say this is just a lateral move. Some will say it's not a big move, but it shows that we are trying things and we're moving things. And it's not just making a move with pieces that, guys, who wanted RJ to keep? I mean, we love RJ, yes, but the story is out on RJ. We all know RJ, who RJ is, and that's not going to change. So you know what? Welcome aboard. We got some pieces to it, but please tell me that a Mitchell or Murray is next, because then you can really convince me that, okay, you guys are making moves.
I'm with
you. Right, 100%. 100%. Oh man, hold on. I got a couple other people backstage. I know some people was gonna want to talk about this today, folks, because this is wild, man.
How many people do you have in the chat? I haven't even looked. Once I jumped out,
we got 352 people here. Smash that like button if you haven't already.
And you know the big thing this does, it unclogs the lane. It unclogs that all left-handed. I mean, that would drive me crazy, man. 3 left-handed people. You know, that unclogs the lane and it opens things up, man. And it gives Tips a piece that he can use. You know,
100%. Hold on one second, Double A. Let me read this super chat real quick. Shout out to Artman, the formerly known as Steve. Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. He said, "Wow, both Quick and RJ." Yeah, man, it's crazy. Wild times, man. And I'm thankful that you guys are here rocking with us and you're able to watch us talk. This is the second time some news broke, man. When we traded Obi, I was on. Man, what is the Knicks are picking Saturdays, man?
You saw my message, right? I said, I'm tired of Ron trying to fool people like Ron doesn't have insider information. He pushed this shit back like 30 minutes purposely, all right? Right? He was sitting there, he's like, oh, is it official? I'm going to act surprised, guys. Go live.
Damn it, Jigga. Come on, man. That's an insider secret. Anyway, shout out to my guy Sha Money in the building. We got Soul Finger in the building. What's going on, Sha? What's your thoughts about this, brother? And I'll get over to Soul Finger after that.
I'm gonna make mine real quick and sweet, man. Wow, just wow. When you think that the Knicks are not gonna do something, when numerous amount of fans talk about, oh, we want to know what the Leon's thinking and what he's talking about and all that stuff. Real gangsters move in silence, man. And he made a move, and it's a smart move, man. What can you say? You know, it takes away that money that we'll have to offer IQ, and it relieves us a little bit of money from RJ. You know, more than likely that money is going to probably go to OG or something like that, but it gives us a little wiggle room. And the next shoe to drop is either Murray. I want Murray. I would prefer Murray myself. My opinion, Murray than Mitchell. But I'm not opposed to taking Mitchell too. But wow, just wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Soul Finger, what's your thoughts, brother?
Oh man, check this out. All right, so I'm gonna have to retract some stuff I've said because that man has sat on his hands for many times. This is a move he made. I'm actually surprised because I didn't think I thought we stood a better chance running through hell and gasoline draws and getting OG, making a trade. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yeah, so something going down.
Yeah,
so,
right. Hold on, wait before you go. So, right, Sha, that lawsuit might be over. B,
over.
Yeah, under the table fix.
Yeah, go ahead. So
with that being said, and then on top of the trade, I read some stuff. We gave up second round picks. All right, we had a truckload of those, but then Bleacher Report flashed while I was on Precious Achiuwa and Malachi Flynn.
Oh, we got Malachi Flynn.
Oh, we got Malachi too.
From Malachi too? Oh my God!
That didn't come.
I didn't see that.
Let me check.
I gotta go. I
didn't see that. Seeing stuff. So now now that answers. Check it out. That answers a lot of issues we're having because I'm one of those that was like we're in a too small committee. on that too small camp. That answers some stuff by bringing in a Malachi Flynn. I mean, not Malachi Flynn, but Precious Achiuwa. Now you got OG Anunoby. And then I realized I knew he had a wingspan, but I didn't realize the man had a 7'2" wingspan. That man wingspan longer than Mitch. So that gives us what we've been needing on the defensive side. I mean, on the defense, we got a defender, and something I said we hadn't had in a long time. I think last time we had a small forward, Jesus was a baby, man. Now we got a small forward, a true small forward, not putting somebody a two guard in a small forward position. Now we got an actual small forward. So I like the moves. There's still some other moves that's got to be made because you still got Fournier sitting there marinating. So will Fournier be next to move? Will Fournier and Grimes or Fournier and somebody else in the package or something? We don't know, but I'm gonna stand back and watch. Get your popcorn ready. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Let me just say, guys, listen. you know, if you watch this show, you know how I do. I try to get to everybody. We got 410 people in the chat. You know, I'm not getting to all the chats. I appreciate y'all.
Right.
Yeah, man.
For you to get
smash that like button. Smash that like button.
Come on,
yeah,
this is
man.
through your day right here. This is some good information. If you're a New York Knicks fan, you should be smashing that button for us up here, for Ron, for bringing out this stuff, for Jigga Man calling Ron to try to give him the information. Double A up in the spot with his headphones on, and a good guy. I don't think I ever really been on. Have I ever been on? Yes, I have. I've been on with you before, Soulfinger. But much love to Soulfinger. I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for being back in the community, man.
Yo, Ron, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I think it was the episode that you were on with us, and we were talking about, it was during the time that we were begging for Dante to be in that starting rotation. I remember you and my brother Phil, you guys were talking about what people don't realize is they knew IQ wouldn't be here. We expected it, and you guys were saying it. You guys were saying DD is that backup that you guys don't realize. They brought him in for more than just being a Villanova boy. If we lose IQ, that would be who you would have there to bring the ball up as a backup, and it's playing out. Ron, do you think this is making it even clearer that we are not going to see Mitch Robinson play as a Knick again?
You know what? The sad thing is also someone I don't know, it was Deron Wayne. It might have been Deron Wayne. He might have put that in the chat too. He was saying the same thing. I really don't know, man, because Robinson's injury is really bad. It's a bad type of injury for a big man. That ankle situation is no bueno. Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. So
I mean, the bone might heal, but it still takes time to build up the resistance. You know, I know, man, I've had 3 surgeries on my neck and 1 in my back, man. So, you know, spine issues have been a mess. So I know, you heal in whatever time they say, but, you know, getting back to normal, getting to a point that you can, especially playing basketball, bro, you talking about up and down, jumping up and down on it and running, you know, it takes a lot of time to build that up, man. You know, so I feel so bad for Mitch, man.
I feel like Mitch may come back. The Knicks may still show loyalty to him, but I don't think he's going to be the same Mitch. Like, we've never seen this Mitch. And then for him to be playing so good and doing stuff we've never, like getting steals and stuff, like really doing things that we haven't seen him do. For this to happen now, I just feel bad for this kid. Like, that actually makes me feel sad. Because then also, you know, everybody knows the story about him and his high school coach. Like, he's a good guy. He's a good person. And you would want something better for him. Like, I hope this is not the case. But I think the Knicks, and listen, we say a lot of stuff about this organization because we have a lot of high expectations because we've been in the doldrums for so long. We haven't seen the promised land, right? And we're hoping that they get it right and they take that next step. But it seems like they got a plan, fellas. I mean, they don't move on our timeline, but it seems like they've got a plan, and they had an idea about Quickley, and they knew that he was going to be going, and they couldn't afford him. He wanted to start. They probably looked at the earlier negotiation when they threw some offers at him, and he's like, huh? They might have said, you know what? Okay, this probably ain't going to work. You know what I mean? So the Dante thing, they already knew was the backup. We already talked about that. That seems solid, and now I know it's solid, right? But the other thing is, they're watching. This team is like the Jekyll and I always say they're Jekyll and Hyde, but I say they're Jekyll and Hyde because they play up and they play down. They go on streaks, winning and losing. This year, we haven't been that same Jekyll and Hyde team. It's not 4 or 5 wins in a row, 4 or 5 losses in a row, 8 wins. We're not doing that. We just changed our whole identity. We went from being top 5 defense in the league to now we don't stop anybody. We lost to an Orlando Magic team last night that shot 21% from 3. Like, what are we doing? They scored 117 points on us. Like, we are in bad shape right now. So I think they felt they had to do something. Go ahead,
last night we're looking at the game and then considering, probably with the rumblers of the trade, whatever else, because, or then again, they could have just like, haha, surprise, you out of here. So it could have been one of those type deals. Just looking at the whole overall thing, there were a lot of fans screaming for OG Anunoby. I was like, I want a small forward. I said, I wanted somebody to get at 3, but whatever. Some saying he's a power forward, some saying he's small forward. He's played a little bit of both, whatever. But the thing is, he gives us size and defense. My worries is his injuries. Everybody gets injured, but OG's been injured a lot as well. And I look at that.
Right.
Too. So that was a word why I was kind of like hesitant on that. I had a cause to pause because of the injuries. I did like Precious Achiuwa. He seemed pretty good. But with Mitch, man, I feel for my man. I hope everything works out for Mitch because, I said he had the Yao Ming, and I mean what I mean by the Yao Ming. Once Yao Ming's feet started going, when he had those injuries to his feet, it was a wrap. And a big man like that, you over those 7-footers with that, I don't care how much weight you lose or whatever, your feet are your foundation. You know what I'm saying? So that takes a lot. And Mitch, granted, he's offensive liability because he can't create his own, but he can get you to put backs and rebounds. But the defense was the thing. He's a factor in that sense. I just wish all the best for Mitch. Hope, speedy recovery, they can come back. But we'll see which way it's going to go with this team, with the Knicks. I was surprised again. Like I said, hey, I guess I can run through hell and gasoline draws since we made this trade because I didn't see it coming. Just like the other thing. So we'll see what's going to happen because it's not done yet.
Right. And
hope.
Yeah, well, we hope because this can't be the only domino when you got other players that don't fit this team that are sitting on the bench collecting money, and then we don't have a lot of like if we go into the offseason, then that's over. We've lost our opportunity to get rid of a Fournier and use some of that money to bring somebody in. Like so, you kind of think that they understand that timetable at least, and they're looking, but Fournier is not the sexiest of assets either. So
it's the only thing is the expiring contract that you can throw out there that it can. Somebody can get some off the books, but we have to be willing to take on more salary and go that way and go. But it's got to be worth your while. It's like I said, I don't get down to the minutiae of all this and that. It's, you're looking at the apples and oranges of it and everything. I'm looking at who's a good fit, who's a good player, who could fit in with the team, the way they're going. But like you said, Ron, what is the identity? Because we went from being defense to what? They couldn't stop a running nose with Kleenex.
No.
Horrible, bro. Horrible. Last night was a rough one for me to watch. I was watching and I'm like, these young boys is giving us a run for their money, man. But we always have that when we play Orlando. But last night it felt different. Last night it felt like we couldn't stop them if we wanted to. Like that's how I felt last night when I was watching it. I'm like, this ain't the same Knicks team I was watching last month. Like this ain't the same Knicks team I was watching versus Milwaukee. Like, what are we doing here?
It's horrible, man, when you got your Julius Randle putting up superstar numbers in a game, and you still got other players scoring 20 points in your team, and you still lose. It's like, what are you doing, man? And I wanted to ask you guys a question because I'm with that team of using the Fournier contract now before the trade deadline to get something to help us. There's no sense of losing him for nothing. Are we in agreement with that?
I'm with you on that.
What do you guys think about now? On the Morning Brew crew, they came up with consensus that DeMar DeRozan would be a good acquisition for the Knicks. I like it because it's a non-risk. His contract expires at the end of the season. We're not committed, and I also think that the next answer for us as a backup to both Mitch and to the fact that we can lose Isaiah in the offseason if his price gets too high is Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond is a rebounding fool. And I think he's the perfect thing that we need right now. because we know we miss shots. The Knicks are not the best percentage shooting team, so we need people to grab up rebounds. But I always liked Andre Drummond. He's back to that form, man. I mean, the last few games, 17 rebounds. He had a 20 rebound game the other day, and I think a package for Drummond and DeRozan wouldn't hurt us because they're both free agents at the end of the season. So if it don't work.
Well,
I'm sorry.
No, it's just cool. I'm gonna let you go, Shaw. Let me just say this real quick. The only thing that I would say about that now, Double A, with this trade, it kind of throws a little bit of a wrench in the idea of bringing in a DeRozan, because Precious Achiuwa and DeRozan. I mean, Precious Achiuwa. OG is going to play the same position that DeRozan is going to play for the Knicks. Like they wouldn't put DeRozan at the shooting guard. You know what I mean? Like he probably would fit more like at this day and age and how he plays at the small forward. But now we got a small forward. And so the other thing is he's an expiring contract at the end of the year. And I don't know if the Knicks want to put their, like, the Knicks look like they're committed to understanding they're going to be spending money, right? And I don't know if they want to put themselves in a situation where it's open-ended and we're losing players because DeRozan could walk, and then they have to figure out a way to sign somebody. They still got players on the contract, so they don't have a bunch of money to go get somebody big. And then, the following year, you got to worry about Julius and Jalen opting out. So, once you got to pay them, or if you decide to pay, both of them, I don't know. That's money, and then you're done. You know what I mean? So if they're going to make moves, they're making these moves now or in the offseason, and that's it. The Knicks will probably be done. But we got to see what they do. But I think that, don't forget, Precious Achiuwa is coming over, and Precious Achiuwa averages 5.4 rebounds a game in a backup role. So that's going to be backing up Julius and helping back up iHeart. So I think that might help us for now with the addition of OG. We do need something. So I kind of feel like if the Knicks are going to make another move, they're either going shooting guard or they're going center. In my opinion, I don't know. But I'm saying, like, if they go center, it's a bona fide star center. If not, I don't think they're going to touch it. Yeah, I think they're going to go.
Who's available though?
No one in my mind. That's why I'm saying I don't expect them to do it. But I do think the shooting guard, like a real shooting guard, might be the next thing on their list if they can figure out. And you know who that guy might be.
Murray or Mitchell, because us pursuing Murray helps us with Mitchell, because Cleveland knows, we're pivoting towards Murray. They might lose us. So
you know what, Double A, we right here, brother, because I was just going to say the same damn thing. Like, us trying to get Mitchell, with Murray being out there, that actually does help our pursuit, because it brings the price tag a little bit down, knowing that there's another guy. He's not Mitchell, but a team could get busy with getting DeJounte Murray out there. Let me get over to Shaw. Well, right. Oh, wait, one second, Shaw. Let me do this because I feel bad. I don't want to. I'm over here neglecting. There's so many people in the chat. I can't get to everybody, like I said, but I'm gonna get to these super chats. So first off, Pudge, thank you for the generous super chat. He says Senzo back to the bench. Wow. I mean,
not really.
No, I don't think so. I think Senzo's going to stay where he's at.
He's going to stay where he's at.
Yeah, OG's going to be the small forward, so Senzo's going to stay at the 2.
I think he's going to end up there, though. I think he's going to end up there by the trade deadline.
If you get a Mitchell or a Murray,
next move,
maybe that can happen, but I don't see it right now.
Ron, before I get out of here, bro, because I got the show at 2. Y'all remember the movie Scrooge, right?
Yeah. Of course.
You know, he gets visited every night. Is that what we're witnessing right now with Leon Rose, bro? Like, this shit showed up because all in a matter of a week, we went from, yes, I'm down to have a sit down with Clutch. Now we got a trade being done. I'm telling you, this man got visited. He woke up. He's like, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Right. Hold on. Let me see something here.
I think a lot of it is because he heard he's been here in Knicks Nation, man, because it's like, man, what are you doing? You've been sitting on his hand. Like I said, I've been, a few times, I've been listening to everything and talking to other folk offline. But when we punted on drafts back to back, and the only thing you had to show was a Trevor Kills, I'm like, come on, man. Yeah. Come on, man.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy, guys? I'm gonna get to the rest of these super chats real quick, guys. Thank you. I appreciate all of y'all. Wouldn't it be crazy if this was all kind of a chess move? I mean, no, I mean, obviously Toronto did something, right? But what if the whole thing was the Knicks found out, oh, Toronto's been stealing some of our information? How do we do this? Let's sue them. And we'll drag this out. You know, this process is going to take forever. We got a season, so it's going to go on throughout the season. Who knows how long it's going to go? We still want OG. Let's just hold this over their head for a little bit, and maybe we could come to a I'm like, I don't know. Leon Rose might be diabolical. I don't know. You know,
thinking the brain type shit going on. We don't even know it. You know, he's like,
I'm taking all of that information right there, Ron. I think it's possible, and only reason I don't have much to say because you said everything pretty exactly how all of us. You know, we're all thinking right now alike because of this trade right now, because we see the next move coming. We know something about we always talk about something getting ready to come, but this move meaning that it's going to be another move before that trade deadline. The Knicks like making moves before the trade deadline, not at the trade deadline. And all the last moves since Leon Rose has been here, we always sign December, January before the trade deadline. The Rose deal, the all those trades that we did was always before the trade deadline. So look and watch and see Evan Fournier and Quentin Grimes and 2 first-round picks for somebody pretty soon.
At the end of the day, I think the biggest highlight of this entire trade is we lost IQ.
You see
that's the saddest part of it. You know what I mean? Like, and again, not because we hate RJ, but we know what the story is with RJ. We know it doesn't work with the other two that we've got in place with JB and Randle. So it's like, okay, I'm okay. We knew one of them had to go. We knew it was going to be RJ, right? It sucks that in the offseason we didn't re-sign IQ, but I think they obviously are seeing what we see as Knicks fans. There was no way you're going to be able to afford to keep that man on the bench. So yes, it still looks like a waste. It still looks like a waste that we gave up IQ. No one was rooting for us to trade IQ. So anybody in the chat, I know people have been like, how can you be happy about IQ? I don't think anybody on this panel will look you in the face and say, we're happy IQ is gone.
Nobody.
Understand.
You had a few that wanted IQ gone. You know, there's a few that you know called him Chuck, but I liked IQ, man.
Yeah,
that was
too, you know?
that IQ was like
I love IQ. I think he did a great job for it, but it's not being about fandom. It's about the front office and making that money. No one wants to be in that apron. That new apron salary is serious now, man. It's not like it was 2 or 3 years ago. This thing is, you can't make certain moves if you in that tax now.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
So it is what it is.
And as Bigger Man said, man, we can't have all that money invested in substitutions, man. It sucks. You know?
Well, this is one of those trades too, Double A, that the world sees. This is an NBA 2K where you turn the sliders all the way down and you're like, screw it, I'm going to get whatever I want when I want. I mean, it is, you know? Like, think about it, Ron. How many episodes and how many shows and how many times people come on the panels or in the chat and they're like, it's simple, guys. So just give them Evan Fournier a first round and go get me the top superstar. It's like, what are you talking about?
I guess they want it.
Yeah, so it's shitty.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Let me get to a couple and I'll get over to my guy. Don't let him fool y'all. No, Staffer Don in the building. What's good? Hold on, let me get to a couple more of these and then we'll get over to you, brother, because I know you man, this is gonna be see, this is one of them Nick. Oh, okay. Well, let me get through these real quick. Thank you for the generous super chat. Pudge, he says Leon is a sucker. I hear you, bro. Listen, this one's for you, Pudge. You know what I mean?
See if I know the ledge.
I know it's tough. I'm here. We here, bro. We here. All right. Paris Duggan in the building. He says, thank you for the generous super chat. He said, dog days of the holidays, players are sluggish now. Yeah, I mean, it's looking a little like it. Too much of that Christmas meal, maybe. I don't know. And maybe coming down from that high of beating Milwaukee. I mean, it felt good, but you got to get back to business. Thank you for the other generous super chat, Parrish. He says, but for Quickley not feeling it. Grimes, but IQ. Yeah, but Parrish, I think this is just, look, obviously if the Knicks could have traded someone else and it made sense to do it, they would have done it. They did it because this makes sense. They're not going to pay Quickley. They're telling you we're not paying IQ, so we trading them. That it is what it is.
But
sucks,
Ron, they told you they weren't going to pay IQ when they signed Dante.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how
But
much?
you know what?
How much do you really think IQ is really worth too? You know what I mean? That's another thing. You know what I mean? IQ may be 1 in 27, 28, and they may only want to go as high as maybe 20, 22.
Yeah, I think he was asking what 25, 20. Was it 25?
Yeah, you know, anything.
Yeah, and he wants 25, 30 maybe.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So Toronto, you can probably get that.
Maybe. Shout out to Walter Blackman. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. You know, I appreciate you as always. Shout out to the art man, formerly known as Steve. Thank you for the generous super chat. He says, we still have Tibbs. It's like knowing a bad driver who's been wilding with this Honda Civic and you take away the Civic and give him a Benz. Does that make him a better driver? I don't think so, but let's see.
But hey, he yells at the referees in press conferences now. Be happy, Art. Oh, I'm tired of this mess. I'm tired of it.
Staffo, what's your thoughts, my brother? Hold on 1 second, Double A.
No, that's good.
It was look, last night after the game, I text Queen, shout out to Queen. I said something gotta happen. And I mentioned RJ. And lo and behold, this morning it happened. RJ is traded. Shout out to RJ Barrett. We appreciate your services. We know you went to be a Knicks from since you was young. Your grandfather wanted you to be at this time right now. You just had to be traded. This team had to make a move for us to make to the next step. We finally got a small forward that can defend, hit the occasional three when we wanted to. And we got that height and that length that we needed to make another move, which we see that's probably going to happen because we still have Fournier on the bench, and we still have more assets, which is probably Grimes, Fournier, and a couple more picks to get probably a DeJounte Murray in here.
I think I think Murray is the way to go.
Right?
Yeah.
Defensive guy that can score the basketball. I think me, in my opinion, I think that's the way we need to go. So salute to you, Stapper. Big up yourself.
More fire.
You got two guys, man, with long wingspans. Because you know Murray got a long wingspan too.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, I think he's still talking. Yeah, because you were breaking up, Staff. I think we hear you now.
Yeah, he did that fast forward robot face for a second. Saw that?
Yeah, he did the.
No, he froze.
Oh shit.
He's still froze.
No, he's frozen again. You know, that's Staff's face of disgust. I can't believe this. That's what's going on.
Ron, you know what's crazy is, and I saw people in the chat saying it too. We all know it. This has been a guy they've had an eye on for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder. And finally, this, you know, as a Yankees fan, Ron, I know you're a Mets fan, but I see it all the time, right? When Brian Cashman has a guy he's in love with, like Garrett Cole, he waits and then he goes and he does whatever he wants to do to make sure he gets his white whale. So is this one of those things where we're seeing them say, "Hey, we told y'all forever we wanted OG. We love him." That makes you start thinking, well, then the next piece to drop would be Spider, because you know they've made it very clear that's the guy they've always wanted. So maybe the Murray thing is, like you said, kind of a little bait to put out there. But now you're talking about JB, Spider, OG, Julius, and Mitch. If Mitch is still here as a healthy Mitch.
Yeah. That's
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm watching the game with the team we have now. I think I'm going to enjoy the shit out of that line.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Even if they somehow flip it, like I'm not opposed. Like to me, we've talked about this multiple times on all of the shows. Like if the Knicks go for that superstar guy, okay, I'm happy with it. But if they don't, as long as you build the team right and fix what you've been missing, I'm good. Because I think we could do something. If they went DeJounte, say they went DeJounte, right? And then, you know, somehow they got themselves a center who could score. And it doesn't have to be a bona fide superstar center. There's a lot of guys out there. Phoenix got 2 of them on the same team. You know what I mean? There's guys out there like Nurkic and the other dude they got, I forgot his name. I used to like he was on Portland, but like those are guys out there. Well, no, he's the starter. It's the backup dude. I forgot his name, but anyway, both those guys can score and they rebound. And they, you know, we played them recently, so we saw what they look like, and they was giving us the business. Like, so there's guys out there like that you can add if you try to go really true defense. Like you go to DeJounte Murray and OG Anunoby. Let me tell you something. That perimeter, we're gonna lock it down. Okay, we're gonna lock it down. So, you know, there's certain ways to kind of finagle it. It's like you can't. I know whenever we talk about trades, a lot of times Knicks fans go crazy, like, oh, but if they trade this guy, now we got they ain't going to stay with all these other dudes because they don't fit now. They got to make a different move if they go get this guy. Like, so we just got to see what they do. But Donovan Mitchell would look great right now with OG. Gives you some defensive, you know, presence there. Then now you don't have to worry about, because you know Brunson and Mitchell are going to be like Olay, but at least OG can pick them up. You know what I mean? Like, we need something. But I did want to say one thing, which I got sidetracked because this trade happened. We lost Mitchell Robinson, and it's hurting, guys.
It's hurting. You notice it.
Yeah, it's hurting. And you can see, like, you don't even have to be into a lot of things to understand. Just look at Tom Thibodeau's teams. Every Tom Thibodeau team that was successful on defense had the center who played defense in the back holding it down. He funnels the defense through the center. You know what I mean? That's his style of play. And when you don't got that center back there that you know can create havoc and make it tough for the opposing team, we struggle. And then it's no slight to iHeart. iHeart has been great, but now iHeart has to do it and stay out of foul trouble. And then the relief coming in for iHeart ain't doing it. Like Julius made a substitution yet. And shout out to Julius. Like I said, he's still been the most consistent Knick over the last 15 games. I love the way he's playing. He made a rotation play yesterday. And I was like, what are you doing, Julius? I like the idea, but you don't communicate. So if I leave the middle and I go help this guy and I don't tell anybody to get my spot, what's going to happen? Easy. Quick pass, dumped off to the guy, easy dunk. Like, what are we doing? Like, you got to communicate, man. And that's where the defense comes in. And you would think Julius would understand that, but he's not used to being in that role. He was playing the big man for that moment. And that's probably why Thibodeau don't like it. See, as fans, we get mad and like, why don't Thibodeau try this stuff? Probably because he's tried it and he didn't like what he saw. But you know, it is what it is.
You know, one thing, Ron, what's really been hurting us lately is, you know, Mitch held it down in the middle. He gave us what you were talking about. See, Tibbs' philosophy is, you know, guard the rim. And what's been hurting us as well is the perimeter, man. This is a perimeter-driven league. It's a three-point league right now. You have to be able to defend the perimeter. And what Tibbs' philosophy is, sacrifice the perimeter to defend the lane. And I mean, you know, I just don't understand it. So the reason why I like the OG trade is because it gives us perimeter defense. It gives us a guy that's a defender. He's a Tibbs guy. We can all agree on that. Right. It's not a fit. It's not if he's going to fit. And anybody who's saying they don't know if it's going to work, if he's going to help us, come on, man. The guy is a forward and he plays defense. It's going to help. You know what I mean? He's going to help. Yeah. And he's he's a great player. Losing quickly, I understand, but we're going to lose him, man. There's no way we can justify paying three guys, you know, sub money like that, man. You know, and then we got to think about our other moves that are coming up.
Yeah,
those are
it's
facts.
really tough.
Those are facts right there.
Ooh. Really tough. Let me get to a couple more super chats real quick, and then I just want to bring up OG's numbers so we could just take a look at it real quick. And don't ask me about his defensive numbers. I'm not bringing them up because the Duke plays defense. I don't need to look at his numbers. I know he plays defense. I watch it. My eyes.
Ron, right? We know for a fact he's a better defender than RJ.
Yeah,
the only thing that worries me is his injuries. That's the only thing.
100%. But it goes back to what we were saying in the beginning of the show, right? When you were talking about what we all are asking for is an identity. We were pitched, we were a defensive team. We're not seeing a defensive team this season. Point blank, no one can argue that. So again, back to that funny super chat you had about, you know, who the driver is. Facts. We know who the driver is. Love him or hate him, that is the driver. So if you're going to ask for an identity, this move shows that they're still focused on we need to be a defensive team to work Tibbs' style. So if you know the driver's not going anywhere, this is why a move like this makes sense. You're not gonna love it, but it makes sense.
And maybe Tibbs has been giving Leon Rose the business, not like that, but like letting him have, look at this team, man. I need something more. You know, I can't take it. I'm complaining about the refs.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing again that excites me about this is there's no way you can tell me that it's the only move. Now you can go and get that piece, and now all of a sudden you're not complaining about, oh, we don't have a backup power forward. Solved. Oh, we don't have height. Solved.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, we've got 3 guys that don't work well together. Solved. Hey, we got a guy we don't know if we're going to be able to afford next season. Solved. Long story short, what's the narrative come January 1st, snitches? What are we going to talk about now? Because all these things we were asking about has been solved in one little move. It's not the solve of the future, but it shows that we're headed towards a direction. That's what excites me, bro.
Yeah.
And you know, the other thing too is, look, we've been saying it for forever. It just comes back to you know, chickens go to, you know, come back to roost. The whole Julius Randle RJ thing just never looked like it was gonna work. We tried to make it work. We wanted it to work, but each time when they're out there on the floor, they occupy the same space. One goes off, the other one somewhat goes off, but they don't really go off at the same time. It's just always been the same because they occupy the same stuff. They do the same things. It's just tough. And now, the other thing too, want to throw this out there because I was going to bring that up today when I was talking about what's up with RJ. Don't forget, guys, Julius Randle last year shot 200 threes. He was out there on the perimeter a lot, which gave RJ plenty of lane. This year, he is deciding to go inside a lot, taking the same space that RJ would take. You don't think that would affect RJ? I'm not throwing him bail, but I'm just saying you got to be real about it. They play in the same area. They have the same style of game when it comes to going inside. And now Julius has made a concerted effort this year to go inside. So where's
You're
RJ?
100. You're 100%. Because if you remember in the beginning, Julius was still healing. So he wasn't being as aggressive. Remember the knock on him in the beginning, it was he wasn't aggressive. I mean, some games he'd take 10 shots. And that opened it up for RJ to step up. And now when Julius flipped the switch, that didn't leave RJ the same opportunities as he had, you know, when Julius wasn't being so aggressive. But, you know, this is a good trade for RJ as well. He's going to be happy home. And, you know, I wish him the best of luck, man. You know, him and Quick.
Yeah, good for them, man. Shout out to Louisiana Knicks. Thank you for the generous super chat. He says, salute to Ron in the chat. What is OG ceiling? Oh, well, I mean, this works, so we're about to talk about it in a minute. And let me just read Silk Sutton's. I'm gonna come back to you, Louisiana Knicks. Shout out to Silk Sutton. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said, hey, Ron, per Bobby Marks, Saturday is the last day of eligible to sign a 4-year extension, 116.9 for the Knicks. Interesting. So that's probably why, you know, they made a move today because of that. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. All right. Appreciate you, Silk. Thank you for the information.
Extension for who, Ron?
Well, I mean, I appreciate you, my brother.
Extension for who, Ron?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the only extension I'm thinking that they could be talking about quickly, but technically we lost our shot to extend quickly. Quickly had, I think, after we went into the season, after a certain point, it was the October point or whatever. It goes into the off season. So I don't know. Jigga Man, I know you got to go, brother, but hey, please shout out the show, shout out what you got going on today, all that good stuff, my brother.
Yeah, Morning Brew Sports. I think a lot of people in the chat see you guys all the time on our show, Knicks Morning Brew, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you can, go drop a little subby, give us a like. The people in the comments here were saying that I was a little crazy and I don't know what I'm talking about. Drop those comments in my chat as well. I love those. Those are my favorite. Ron, appreciate you, bro. Double A, Shaw Power, Soul Finger. Appreciate you guys, and enjoy the rest of the show, my guy.
I appreciate you, brother.
Later, bro.
All right, guys. Shout out to Sam Granison. Thank you for the generous super chat, my brother. And yes, of course, you always welcome to have the link, man. I want to take you away from your studies. I know you got something to say. I know you got something to say, Sam.
Sam the man.
Appreciate you, man. Okay, so let's put up OG's stuff here. See what he's got going on. OG. All right. Let me make that a little bigger on my screen here. It's too big. Okay.
But I'll say this here while you're doing that, Ron, real quick. It's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out. Because, I think it's, folk got some excitement, especially with this whole thing because it was a trade and something happened for some. Some people just want to see some kind of action. Is there a heartbeat in the front office? What's going down? So we'll see how it's going to pan out. Again, like I said, for me, it stings to let go IQ. But it's business, man. And it's about not you holding on to your favorite player. It's all about winning championships, right? Building up a dynasty. That's what we're supposed to be happening, right? So you got to do what you got to do. 2 tears in the bucket. You know the rest.
Yeah. I mean, guys, looking at OG's stats, you know what I mean? Like, I know there's going to be some Knicks fans, and this is there's no knock on y'all, but there's going to be some casual Knicks fans out there like, oh, you traded RJ, who's supposed to be the future, for OG Anunoby. He averages 15 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
They made the trade for what fits the team. We don't got to worry about if the guy is available. If the big guy is out there, you go get the big guy when he's there. But right now, we got holes to fill on this team, and OG fills a hole. 15 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, 2.6 assists, but he shoots 48.9% from the field, and he shoots 37.4% from three, especially in those corners. He's knocking down in the corner, and we need that, man. When that ball rotates, when the defense is clamping down, you see Julius, he looking for people to throw the ball to when he jumps up in the air in a bad spot. So we need somebody there.
And you know what else, Ron? That 15 points a game can be misleading because that's without needing the ball.
Right.
He gets his points in the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So he's perfect for that.
And the other thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
The other thing I was going to say is part of the reason why Toronto was willing to make a trade for, moving OG is because Scotty Barnes has stepped up. His game has gotten better, and now he gives them more offense now. So what you were getting from OG, that little extra offense that you wasn't getting from Scotty Barnes is now an offensive player for them, and he's a lockdown defender. Right. So they were able to sacrifice OG, and now you bring in a guy in RJ who can go over there, and if you give RJ the touches, he's going to score. Okay, that's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It may not be the most efficient, but he's going to get you the numbers. Right. And then obviously IQ. I don't know what their setup is over there. I don't look at their minutes. I don't know how their rotations look, but IQ's definitely going to get at least the same amount of minutes he was getting here. But they might throw him into the starting role, and if he gets thrown into the starting role, then who knows what IQ is going to do over there?
Yeah, and it gets what he wants because he wanted. It's no secret. We knew he wanted to be a starter, and we knew he was. He wants to get paid.
Right. 100%. And just real quick, I just want to take a look at Precious Achiuwa because those are the two names I know. I still don't know about the Malachi Flynn yet.
Malachi Flynn hasn't been all that good this season. He's been a big
I know.
For that.
I like them in college, but I don't know about it in the pros. Yeah. So Precious Achiuwa, as you guys can see, he is 6'8", 243 pounds. He's got some spunk to him. We saw him play. Even before he was with Toronto. He played in the was it the USA? Was it it wasn't FIBA? It was the other tournament. It was the Olympics, I think. And his Olympic team, they got busy. They had some spunk. He played for the Nigerian team, and they had some fire. Mm-hmm. He was a bruiser for them. Hold on, let me shut this thing. Shut up. Okay. So he averaged 7.7 points, 5.4 rebounds, 1.8 assists on 45.9% shooting from the field. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know how many minutes he was playing over there. Averaging about 17 minutes. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And he's not a three-point shooter, so forget that. But the point is he can give you rebounds in 17 minutes. 5 rebounds, almost 5.5. That's pretty good. I'll take that. And I know that he has a defensive presence. I know he's got a little pit bull in him because I've seen him. We've seen him go up against the Knicks and be a little pit bull against Randle. So you like that. That's good to have. Look at him. Look at it. I mean, you can see. I don't know if you guys can see that little video. You can see he gets hype. He's an excitable type guy. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So let me get to Sam. Sam, what's going on, my brother? I'm happy you're here. What's your thought?
Happy holidays to everybody. I don't know if I think my camera's not on yet. I'm kind of in the dungeon right now, trying to recuperate over here. But the trade news came out, so we're hearing live in effect. I got a call soon, so I wanted to hop on because I don't know if I get a chance to. If you guys are still rocking later, but this trade right here is just something right here because this is something we've been asking for the past few seasons, as you guys have already noted. I mean, OG fixes a lot of problems. For me, off rip, I know a lot of people might not notice this, but in my opinion, I feel as though this takes some burden off of Randle. We know how many burdens that Randle has, and he has those moments on defense where he's not locked in on a guy like Giannis, on a guy like Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James. You automatically put OG on these guys, and you give Randle a chance to save his energy for a side of the ball that we know he's more catered to, which is the offensive side of things. He can be a little bit more drained. We know that Tibbs is probably going to still stick to that 9-man rotation. So bringing a guy like OG in there, it helps guys out on the team like Randle, who might not always want to cover that guy every single night. You can put OG on him and be fine. I do like the pickups, kind of the sneaky pickup with Precious Achiuwa. I know guys haven't seen much on him. I've kind of been following him because I'm a Memphis fan, so I've been watching him since college. I think he would give you spurts at the 5, but he's more so just a backup power forward, as you guys already noted. He's he's a rim protector at the 4, but he's more of a paint presence. He's not going to stretch the floor or anything like that. Oh, tell him. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's sad to see IQ go, but honestly, I was on talking with Charlotte earlier on. That is. I was talking with Charlotte in her space, and I pretty much told her, I just feel like this is something the Knicks had to do because you don't want it to be a Jalen Brunson 2.0 situation where you've got IQ just leaving for nothing in free agency. So I know some people might be upset with the trade, but at the end of the day, you were able to move on from a guy who you knew the Knicks weren't going to be able to pay. And you knew that they weren't willing to match whatever offer he got in free agency. So I look at it as a win in that aspect. You got off RJ Barrett. Me personally, that last night was the last straw for me out of a lot of bad games that he's been having. And I think he's just shown that he's too inconsistent. So the front office saw that and they said, hey, we got to, try to move on from this guy and actually get better defensively. As you guys noted, that injury for Mitch is not a good one. And bringing in a guy like OG helps you on defense. And we see RJ's just pretty much been hurting us the past few weeks in the game at defense. He's not helping us on either side of the ball. So I think it can only help you to get a guy like OG in there. I'm interested to see, like you guys said, there has to be another move. I really am lost for words as to where it could be, if it's going to be a guard or a center. I think that they're comfortable having Hartenstein at the starting center. But if there is a guy out there, I would see them pulling the trigger on it. I know that they've been rumoring Kelly Olynyk. I'm not sure how willing the Jazz would be to do something like that, but I think Olynyk would fit our team pretty nicely. He's a big who can also stretch the floor, so that would help with our spacing as well. So that's a guy that I would be looking at as the center option. And as far as the guard, as far as the guard, I know people are like saying Jonte Murray, would be a good fit. I can see it, but as of late, he hasn't been looking too good in Atlanta, honestly. So maybe a change of scenery is something that he needs, but he hasn't been playing his best basketball. I think that it's probably a more logical option if we're speaking money-wise because he wouldn't make as much as a Donovan Mitchell. So it would probably be easier to get him. We still do have the ammo in our picks as we just gave up a second-rounder. So I'm interested to see what the Knicks do. And the short-winded answer is I think it's a solid trade for both sides. I mean, RJ needs a fresh start. He can go over there, get a little bit more production in a different system. I think IQ finally gets his job as a starting point guard. I think they start him over Dennis Schroeder now over there in Toronto, and he gets paid this offseason. IQ's going to get paid a bag. And I also think that OG, I know a lot of people are saying, he has a player option. He can leave. He's CAA. I don't see him going unless something just catastrophically happens with the season. He's going to get extended, and you're going to have OG here in the long term. As long as at least Randle and Brunson is here, I think you'll see OG here. I'm interested, though, to see what they do because I am still worried about that center spot as far as when we get to the playoffs. I don't know how we're going to match with those bigs with just Hartenstein. So I'm interested to see how that goes, and I'll be here. I just wanted to give my few takes real quick.
Hey, Sam, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, sir, Double A.
Hey, brother, and Happy New Year, by the way, to everyone. Hey, Sam, I think there's a quiet advantage to this trade that nobody's talking about. is the fact of getting Precious Achiuwa and being able to move Josh Hart off of the responsibilities of playing power forward. I think that's going to help his game a whole lot. And I think, what do you?
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I think Tibbs, it depends on how Tibbs wants to use him. But as we know, he's going to stick to that 9-man rotation. So we'd like to see, hopefully he does move Hart to a position where he'd be more comfortable at, like the small forward. I think you roll out now with the lineup that we have constructed, he's probably still going to start Grimes. So you might have a lineup of where you got Malachi Flynn, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, you got Tobbs at the center, and then probably Precious. I don't see Precious cracking the starting rotation, and he's probably going to want to keep Dante on the bench to keep that scoring, because you do need somebody with IQ now being gone. It's going to be hard to match it, honestly. Like,
yeah, it's going to be hard. We take a hit losing IQ.
Yeah. Well, that's why there's definitely another move making, man. It just smells that way. There's another move in the making. But for right now, Dante is playing shooting guard. He's a starting shooting guard, and being that we moved off of both RJ and Quickley, that opens up a spot in the backcourt, because somebody's going to get Quickley's minutes. So that's what I'm saying. You can move Achiuwa to back up power forward and let Josh Hart, whoever's left on the bench to back up the starters.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that, Double A. I see that happening, and I don't know why it slipped my mind that DiVincenzo's a starter now. So yeah, Grimes is on the bench.
Grimes on the bench. Yeah,
which is what it would be moving forward. Go ahead, Soulfinger. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, just saying, because you said you're thinking about Malachi Flynn. So the question, man, because you way you were thinking about it was Malachi Flynn get that spot on the come off the bench at guard. What about Deuce? So that's the thing, because we forget about Deuce. So until then I was like, oh, Deuce is about to get it, probably run the point. But then they bring in Malachi Flynn. Now my question is, would Deuce finally get some? Will it open up for Deuce, or is it going to be one of those you beat him out or what? Because now the other thing it comes to, and just hear me out. I'm gonna make it real quick. I'm not gonna shout out to my man G-Man. I'm not gonna pull a G-Man here, take you across town to come back to the corner store in the neighborhood. But the picks, the Knicks are getting rid of players that they drafted. All right, hear me out. They're getting rid of a lot of the players that they drafted. Now you got to start looking at this. What's up with our scouting department? What's up with the so-called development and everything that we're supposed to have been doing and everything? So that's kind of questions I'm looking at, because you made the trade, not scared of a trade, but when are you going to be able to develop and grow your own players? When are you going to be able to make the right pick and get the right player in, so you're not doing these type things all the time? You have to make such a big move to go up the hill. Do some lateral moves to improve. That's all. I'm just kind of sitting back wondering and watching.
Hold on, I was muted. My bad.
I was going to say I was going to let you have that one, Ron.
Yeah. I was just going to say that I think I don't know. Deuce to me has been the forgotten man, and he's going to stay the forgotten man. Deuce is here because there's no need to trade Deuce. You know what I mean? But if there was a need to trade Deuce, Deuce would be out of here. I feel bad for Deuce because he just never really gets that shine. If there was a chance, you would think now would be the chance. But if them bringing in Malachi kind of really like,
again, you see what I'm saying?
I know. Say what you will. Malachi Flynn has not necessarily excelled since his time being here in the NBA. This is one of his better years, if you really look at statistically wise. But I mean, let me see here. I got his stuff up. Let me see.
I mean, you think about it. Deuce is getting the Harry Potter treatment. He's like the kid under the stairs.
Right. So this is Malachi Flynn's numbers. Hold on. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. There we go. So here he is. If you guys don't know what he looks like, light-skinned brother with the red hair. You know what I mean? So 5.1 points per game. He's 6'1", 185 pounds, by the way. 5 points per game, 2 rebounds per game, 2.4 assists, shooting 40% from the field. First off, 40% from the field for a guard is not good. So this, so if you look at it, bringing in Malachi Flynn, if he's going to be the scoring answer, he's not. So just keep that in mind, right? And I think that's probably part of the reason why Toronto wanted to move off of him. They want to go in a different direction. He shoots 77% from the free throw line. He shoots 35% from three, which is right around league average. It's not horrible. But you know, he is just the consummate role. He's a role player, but not a high role player. Like he's just a role player. There's high role players like a Josh Hart, who can excel in their roles. But he's kind of more of a still trying to find his way, his fourth season in the NBA. And you guys know, I believe D from D's World of Hoops used to always say, 4 years in the NBA is the average lifespan of an NBA player. You either make it after 4 years or you're out. You wind up playing overseas. So we'll see what happens with Malachi. I'm not saying he won't be good with the Knicks. I just don't look for too much with him. You know, he's just he's basically and right now he's in the same realm as a Deuce. He's just been able to get minutes. So I don't know if he's going to get minutes with Tibbs. If I had to guess, I say he's not getting minutes with Tibbs. I say Grimes' minutes goes up. You know what I mean?
But you still need that back since we lost quickly, Ron. We still need that player to back up Brunson.
Yeah,
and right. That's why I'm thinking the next move is for a shooting guard, because then we can move Dante back to the bench and he can assume that role.
Right.
And then have a shooting guard. But that's why it looks like that's going.
I would much rather give Deuce the minutes, to be honest. Like, I'd like to let's see Deuce once and for all. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? I would rather just see Deuce. And to your point, Soulfinger, about us drafting and not, what are we doing with our talent? I mean, sometimes it's the way the cookie crumbles. The RJ thing, RJ was just, I mean, when you really look at that draft, we talked about it a couple times, but let's look at it now. The next best player that the Knicks could have got would have been Garland, right? But after that, that draft is very up in the air. Really the only guys to talk about is the top five, sorry. And after that, all them guys are still trying to find their way in the NBA. So it's nothing really crazy about that draft. I think we got one that is not too bad, but unfortunately, it just doesn't work out for the way this roster is developing. So it is what it is. And then Quickley is just, once again, just not going to be able to pay him the money. So
that was a wrap with the whole IQ thing. That was quite obvious that IQ, the whole situation with IQ was going to go the way it was going to go. If they were going to sign him, they would have signed him faster. They would have given that man the money or whatever if he was, if the price was right and everything else. But the thing is, he wanted to start in position, and you're not going to get a start. He wasn't going to start over JB. That's just what it was. It is what it is on that. So it's just, I've always questioned, development and when it comes to draft and how the teams have been picking. And I'm not saying develop. It would be nice you can hit and get a superstar, but a player that can contribute and it can stick around and role player type move. But it's like we're getting rid of a lot. But like I said, it is what it is. Like you said, cookie crumble. It's not everybody's gonna make it, but I would like to see something stick that we pick in the end. But hey, we're making moves. We're not sitting on our hands. So we'll see how it plays out. That's all. I'm gonna be optimistic and let it roll and see how this plays out and wait for the next shoe to fall.
Hey, you know what hurt Quickley? Really, I'm gonna tell you what hurt Quickley. Why didn't when it was decided that Grimes was no longer going to be the starter shooting guard? Why didn't Quickley get a shot? I mean, in small little pieces and small little times. I mean, in the fourth quarter, Quickley was playing on the floor with Brunson.
A.
That's the only answer, Shaw. I'm agreeing with you. That's the only shot. But what I'm saying, it took away the opportunity for him to earn the salary that he was requesting, because then now we're talking about him as a starter instead of a sub. So then it would have been justified to pay him the $25 million. So they just didn't see him in that role. And I'm thinking is because, like Ron said, they have their eye on somebody. Yeah. They got it on hard. Wow. Right, Ron? They got it on hard, Ron.
Can I pose a quick question to you guys too? Because this just dawned on me while you're talking AA. Do we still have that? What is it, like a $7.8 million?
Sure do.
Yeah. So that just dawned on me in the fact that the Knicks got some extra money to play with as well. So you move Fournier off and you use that money, we might be bringing in a couple of guys. It might not just be one. We might be bringing in, like you guys said, a role guy off the bench and a starter. It depends, because I completely forgot that we had that money just sitting there.
Wait, I'm sorry, Double. Which exemption are you talking about?
The medical exemption for Mitch, yeah.
For Mitch, yeah.
Oh, Mitch too. We got the OB. Don't we still got the OB money too?
No, the OB one. The OB one got flipped to. That's how we got Dante. They used it to get Dante in here.
Wow.
Because I know I saw the Mitch one, so I'm like, okay, that's money to play with. That's about $8 million right there.
That's why I asked which one you was talking about, because I wanted to make it clear that we don't have the Obi one no more. But yeah, we got the Mitch one.
Thank you.
See the way I think the Knicks have finally decided that this team has to be built right now with Brunson and Randle is we have to surround them with players that are defensive minded at center, small forward, and shooting. Now the next one is shooting guard. So that's why I'm like with a lot of people, like Shah says, I'm with a lot of people. I mean, the glamorous pick and the hard pick, because I'd love to see the Spider finally come home.
I would too.
That would be the fair pick, but the smartest move would be DeJounte Murray.
The one, yeah.
Because now you got Brunson and Randle providing the offense, and you got them surrounded with three players that play defense and will hold it down that way and can get their points.
And just to double back. Oh, go ahead, Double A.
No, I'm good, Sam.
Just to double back real quick. Actually, now that I think about it, I think that this might be Deuce's shot. I know that a lot of people don't want to hear that, but now the more that I look about it and I analyze who Malachi Flynn is as a player, if he provides no defense, we know Tibbs is not playing him. I didn't watch him much in Toronto, so I'm not sure. But I did see the stats that you put up, Ron, and I feel like in 15 minutes, McBride's giving you the same thing, plus defense.
Didn't we just see him catch a stiff arm from Randle in one of those games?
You know what I'm saying? So
that was that. Was that Malachi?
If he's a RJ Fournier type on defense, I mean, he might not be seeing nothing. We might be seeing Deuce take that last spot in that 9-man rotation, at least for the time being. It all depends on what Tibbs says, and even if to look into a more recency standpoint, tonight we know that RJ and IQ cannot play. They are now not on the team. So as of tonight, Deuce McBride will be playing because you've got to make that burn. You got two guys who might not even be able to. Well, we know can't suit up, so we might actually see Fournier tonight because we have no RJ and we have no IQ. So
Sam's taking my thunder. I was sorry to say this, but I was about to say, Knicks fans, I think tonight's a loss. I was sorry. I didn't mean to say it, but once Sam is saying exactly why I think tonight's a loss, I don't think we're going to have a lot going on tonight, folks. So
hey, don't be surprised to see Charlie Brown slide out there.
Yeah, you never know.
And
anybody but Fournier. I mean, Tibbs. I mean, it seems like the place has to be on fire for him even to consider Fournier.
They might not have a chance.
Might be a spot in the top in the night.
Yeah. They might not have a choice because think about it. You got your starting small forward gone and your 6-man gone. You got to play two guys mandatory. Do you want to see Evan Fournier? Do you want to see Jeffries or whoever the heck else is on the back of the bench? I don't know at this point. You don't have many options, and Tibbs is still going to die on his sword with that 9-man rotation. He's not expanding.
But Sam, Tibbs will roll out a 7-man rotation. We've seen him do that.
He will.
Guys, run that to call.
You know what? I just want to say shout out to Julius Caesar. Yeah, I'm not sure, Julius. I mean, listen, if you could pull it up and show me where we still retain Obi's trade exception, then I'll rock with you on that one. But when we had a show and D from D's World of Hoops looked it up at the time, and he saw that when we pulled off the acquisition of Dante DiVincenzo, that exception was used to make up for some of the money. Now, I don't know, like I said, if you can find something that says otherwise, then I'll rock with you. I've looked myself and I can't find anything about it, but maybe I just don't know how to look. But if you can find it, listen, I appreciate it, bro. Let me know. But yeah. So one second, let me bring up this super chat real quick from Wiz because I didn't get to say it earlier. Thank you for the generous super chat. He says, "What do we want? DeJounte, Donovan, or someone else?" Well, What do you want, Double A?
Our shooting guard. I think we need a shooting guard, and we moved Dante to the bench, and now, you're talking that bench crew, man, is solid defensively. You got Dante Hart in his normal position, and a center. I want Andre Drummond. I mean, the man is a rebounding beast, bro, and we desperately need that behind Isaiah, and it gives us insurance when Mitch comes back. If Isaiah decides to walk, we cover ourselves, and the guy has an expiring contract. He's not going to hurt us, but I really think we need a shooting guard and a center. And it's going to be Mitchell or Murray. It's going to be one of them two.
What do you think, Soul? Oh, I'm sorry. You, Soulfinger. You after Double A goes, you jump in with your thoughts. You good, Double A?
My feeling is going to be Mitchell or Murray for sure. And I think, because of what you said, Ron, about them wanting Mitchell for so long, that they're not going to pass up the opportunity.
So the question is, we're going by what Wiz put up, or just overall my feelings or whatever. If you're going by my feelings, I'm kind of like I'm rocking with Double A with the shooting guard and center. I'm not saying, because when it comes down to it, looking at either DeJounte or Donovan, and there is a love affair. And after all this time, we've seen them courting. It was courting OG for so long. Possibility we get Donovan. You're gonna have a lot saying we don't want Donovan because of the size, blah blah blah. But one thing Donovan will get you those buckets when it gets to the point where nobody else can hit an elephant in the ass with an ironing board. You got Donovan right there to make that happen. So that being said, we're gonna need that center, and we got some pieces here. I would say shooting guard. Bring in a shooting guard and who's the backup? Who's gonna be the backup to Brunson? See, that's the other thing. Will it be Flynn? Will it be Deuce? That's kind of like an unknown, unknown. But I mean, where it's constructed right now, I'll say not a shooting guard, because we got Dante going back. So I'm gonna say a center. I'm gonna say center. I'm gonna go center, and maybe a small forward. I mean, granted, you got Hart, but I do definitely know we need that center. We definitely need that center.
Did you guys notice in last night's game? This is how obviously now in hindsight, I'm thinking about it. Okay, the Knicks knew. Thibodeau knew.
Yeah.
Did you notice in last night's game there was a point where he was trying different lineups? There was one point Josh Hart was bringing the ball up.
Yeah. Yeah. That was you look back, hindsight is a mofo in it, because now you see that maybe he's trying to get them prepped for today until get everybody ready to roll.
Grimes played point guard in college.
Yeah, he did.
And in high school.
That's true. They got some interchangeable pieces. I really think the ball handler is not going to matter. It's going to because I think outside of Brunson, I think the next person that's going to step up is going to be DiVincenzo. Which is going to screw him up a little bit too, because you got him at the 2 guard and you want to open him up for shots, but then you want to put him at the point guard to bring the ball up, or at least give him ball handling. I don't know, but I think that he's going to be doing it. No, I know he's going to be fine doing it. Yeah. So I think that's where it's going to go, and I think Malachi or Deuce will be the third option. And sorry,
if you look at that lineup, Ron, with Hart, DiVincenzo, and in the backcourt, on the bench, they're going to be running, I think, the bench unit is going to be up and down. So it really may not matter that much about a, traditional point guard, because, they're going to be trying to move the ball up. That's Hart style, DiVincenzo. They play better, up tempo. So I think that's the way they're going to move. So I think it's not going to hurt us as much as people think. But I still think that trade is coming, man.
I'm gonna say center right now because everything is still raw, and it was still trying to figure out how things gonna mesh.
Boogie. So I'm gonna give the master the floor, man.
let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna get over to Jay Boogie. I just wanted to say David Smith had put just wait when the 15 points per game OG Anunoby starts making some mistakes, and fans will be calling for him to be traded. That's facts. New York fans are gonna get on him because the other thing is your expectations have to be. You have to understand what you're getting. OG Anunoby is not coming in here as a scorer. OG Anunoby is coming in here to play defense, and if he's open in the corner, knock it down. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna knock it down all the time, but hopefully he can knock down some of these shots, right? And then little Tweaky Tunes. Salute to little Tweaky Tunes in the building. Okay. Shout out to you. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Smash that like button. He said we losing our mind. OG is not worth that package. But I know on the surface, little Tweaky Tunes, if this was the normal trade and we had control of IQ, no, I would not do this. But being that we're gonna lose IQ and the Knicks are telling you we're not paying IQ, this trade works. Why lose a guy for nothing if you can get something in the trade that can help you? And I apologize for the noise in the background.
I'm sorry,
I got family.
Sorry, guys. I gotta jump off. I got a business call that I gotta do. Boogie.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Sam.
Finger, my guys. Shaw, Double A.
Ready.
You guys on the next one. All right. You guys have happy holidays.
Hey, be easy there, Sam.
Happy New Year, Sam. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes. And people got to realize, Ron, we gave up no number one picks in this trade.
Yeah, that's big. That's key to look at because we had a plethora of those second rounders, and it's one of them to give up was that Detroit. That Detroit second round pick is going to be good money though. That's almost like a first rounder.
They ain't lying. That's not bad. What's your thoughts, Jay Boogie? What's going on, my brother?
Happy Saturday to you, gentlemen, man. I hope y'all in the greatest form of health, man. Shout out to my brothers up here rocking, shout out to Double A, and they ain't talking about the batteries. Always got that extra power when I see Shy. And there go my brother, you know what I'm saying? The young E40 himself, Soul Figure, my brother, man. How are you doing? And my man Ron. And I just had to forget all that was going on. I had to be a part of the last show of the year. Forget all that. That's what I'm talking about. This the last show of the season right here. The last Saturday show. This is where I'm at. But shout out to the chat, man. The most beautiful people in this orange and blue umbrella, man. Man, y'all got to listen to my bars. I can't say so much, but I be trying to enlighten people on certain things. That was a conversation that I had with somebody about what are we going to do, and they told me, Boogie, calm down. That's the bar that I wrote in the remix. They keep telling me, Boogie, just remain calm. I just told y'all that. I knew some things was coming, didn't know what was coming, how it's going to come, you know what I'm saying? But that next trade, Leon, bring us that superstar to go at this point guard, in his prime point guard. That's the next thing that I need to have coming along. But what's more important about this trade, I'm happy about the trade going on because I'm happy for Leon. You know what I'm saying? Everybody been saying we can't do a trade with, Toronto because of what happened. We suing them and all this and that there. Leon, boom, kicked in the door. Where that? I need to let me get him. And I'm giving you nothing because of what you just did. Boss man move by Leon. So right now, Leon got something else up his sleeve, you know what I'm saying? And he wears short sleeve. So that means that next trade is going to be real high, you know what I'm saying? So Leon gets working. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for Leon making a trade with whoever they say we couldn't make a trade. Now he's sitting down. He having a conversation with them other dudes that's so-called, Paul and all that. If Leon is trying to make his move, and I've been saying all year, Leon is going to have to do some things because Leon does not have a new contract. He's still up under the old contract. All his staff is up under the old contract. This is the 4th year. You don't go into the 5th year without a contract because that means they might not bring you back. And this is year number 4. So he has to make some type of moves to show that we're going forward and we're swinging for something. That's a boss move. Yeah, I love the guys. You hate to see them go, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, what D was saying, 4 years in the league and you haven't showed us anything yet, you know what I'm saying? And for the guy that just said, Obi has not done anything, what his contract on that, what has RJ been looking like in his contract? And I'm not getting ready to try to throw RJ up under the bus because I appreciate them guys. But Jay Boogie loved it, you know what I'm saying? The name that's on the front. I don't care about the name that's on the back. So whatever the team does to help better the team, better the organization, so us fan bases can feel good about what's going on. That's what I ride with. New York to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? IQ, I knew IQ was going to be going. He's going on to somewhere else, you know, because we didn't give him no money. My thing, I was thinking he was going to go play with his homeboy Maxey, which that still is in the air because now Toronto got to give him some money. But if Toronto give him his money, now IQ, you have your chance to have your own team, and we'll see you inside the division. We'll see you inside the conference. We're going to see if you're really that lead point guard that you said you was. We're going to find out all that. But right now, we answer the situation that we need was a 3. Now we have to go get us a 2. Like Double A is saying, go get us a 2, you know what I'm saying? Go bring us that superstar. I don't care if you go get Donovan. I don't care if you go get the Murray down in Atlanta. If you go get Murray, now I got somebody that can stand in front of Jaylen Brown and come here. We can go back and forth and play D. Now I got somebody that can stand in front of Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Now we can rock out. Now you still got to deal with these 2 dudes. You got to deal with the one at Brunson, and you got to deal with the second best power forward in the East, and that's Julius Randle. But those that don't like it, don't appreciate, Julius is handling his business. Talk about his shoes, talk about everything you want to talk about. But Julius is handling his business, and he's really playing free throw down. So that's something that we didn't have from Julius last year. I'm happy about the situation, but I'm happy about Leon. I appreciate what RJ did while he was here. I appreciate IQ, what he did. But the Knicks is trying to make a run and make a move. And Leon realized I have to make changes now. I have to make adjustments. And he made a power move by going somewhere where they said we couldn't make a trade for.
And got it done.
Something is next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's what it is, man. Listen, shout out to everybody once again. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all being here for this breaking news. Once again, if you just tuned in right now, RJ Barrett Immanuel Quickley traded to the Toronto Raptors for Precious Achiuwa, OG Anunoby, and Malachi Flynn. Man, that just happened earlier today. Breaking news. Knicks did a little shakeup. They may not be done, but at least this is what you know is going to happen right now. Also understand that we're going to be shorthanded for tonight's game because, you know, people got to go through the whole protocols, the passing the physicals, all that good stuff to consummate a trade. So the Knicks are going to be down a couple players, couple big players in reference to our offense, what we do. No RJ and no Quickley. So tonight's going to be a rough game going up against Indiana. They're going to be looking for answers other places, and I don't know, man. I mean, you might see Jalen Brunson play 40 minutes tonight. Julius might play 40 minutes. You know how Tibbs get down. These guys might have some crazy numbers. So if you in your fantasy, you know what I mean? Break a brother off. I'm just telling you. Anyway.
Ryan, what do you think? Today is going to be a statement game. I mean, Brunson is going to be on his, him and Halliburton. That's going to be a battle. So I think Brunson is going to take this game a little personally, especially with the All-Star game coming up. You know?
Yeah, this is actually, I was circling, this one was circled on my calendar, bro, not just for the Obi thing. I mean, that's cool, but I really wanted to see the Halliburton Brunson thing, and because they keep getting compared to each other now.
Yeah,
and they're both really good players. Halliburton might have a slight edge. I'm just saying because he just can do a little bit more because he's a little. I only give it to him because of his size. Because if Brunson was Halliburton's size,
yeah, it would be a different thing.
Killing in this league. But anyway,
it's the game within the game, in the mortal words of our man Worldwide L, the game within the game.
Right.
Look, it's going to show you the greatness of Halliburton. He had 20 assists the other night, no turnovers. 0. The Knicks had 20
a beast,
assists,
bro.
The Knicks had 20 assists last night, and I think something like 14, 15 turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, he's a beast. He's a beast. And you know what upsets me though is that I wish that that Brunson could have the proper complement to go up against Indiana. Because now with no RJ and no IQ, and first off, that's a lot of offense we're going to be missing out on. Secondly, we're going to get cooked. Like those dudes are gonna be cooking us. Now they could. Now I'm just saying that because we lacking something. It could be a chance where we catch a team. You never know because the NBA is.
I think we catch
any given
him,
night. We could catch him. We could catch him.
We catch him, Ron. I think we catch him. We
Hey,
still
you never
got
know.
enough. We still got enough. Boogie, I got a question for you. The underlining move where a lot of people are now talking about, and I think it's big. I wanted to get your opinion on it. Is getting Precious Achiuwa, who we can play at that backup power forward position. Now moves Hart back into his normal style. You know what I mean? Yeah, because that was taken away a lot from him, his style, man. He's up and down, getting into passing lanes, those type of things. He ain't for banging, hanging, and banging, you know. And I think this is really, really going to help his game, and it's going to help us because we're going to see the Hart that we seen last year. So
you put him in the starting lineup?
No. What I'm saying is now we got Precious Achiuwa. We can play Hart. Now Hart doesn't have to play backup power forward anymore. They've been using Hart as a backup power forward.
Right.
And that was taken away from his game. So I'm saying, now that he can be back to being who he is, man. I wondered what you thought about how it's going to affect us, but overall, I think it's just going to help us.
Well, I mean, I really don't know too much about his game. So if I don't want to come out faking and acting like I'm talking about something that I really don't know too much about that guy. But I do know, as far as us getting a bigger body that could come in and play power forward, you know what I'm saying? That can help out with Josh Hart a lot more.
That's what I'm talking about.
That if Tibbs is going to play this guy, you know what I'm saying? That's all up on Tibbs. I guess I have to wait and see, you know what I'm saying, what it's looking like. But I haven't really far as with us going small ball most of the time with the second lineup, you know what I'm saying? I think Josh is hurt. Josh has been hurting himself, but he hasn't been relentless like he normally is. In attack mode, diving and all that there, and that's where I'm hurting with Josh. But as far as him playing backup power forward, that only bothers us because we know he's small. But I do look for Tibbs to try to get this guy a chance to come in and play some power forward spot roles. You know what I'm saying? I look for that. I appreciate him. We take anything that you want to give us. We ain't gotta give you that no number one picks. That's the main ingredient. And one of y'all said that we didn't give up no number ones.
No one. We gave up a second round for Detroit, Boogie.
We gave up nothing. So all them second round picks that we've been having and holding, you know what I'm saying? The people saying we got too many second rounds. Hey, they came in handy this Saturday right here. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So,
you got a plethora.
We need a big body. My thing is I'm with you with the Drummond. Go get if you can get Drummond. If you can go get Mason Plumlee, go get him. I'm with those type guys right there. Those two guys right there will help us tremendously. And Drummond would help us even more because it'll allow Hartenstein to go back to his natural then. And now you got Drummond and you have OG in that lineup. That's real big. And you're gonna get rebounds. So
Yeah.
Okay, say hi, Ron. There you go.
Hi. Hey. Talk about Precious.
Hey, how you doing?
There go Shot Powers and there go Double A. Say hi.
Hi, Power. Hi.
Hi. You talk about Precious.
Hey, little lady.
You got her in your arms. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Huh?
We are gonna use the oven to make cake.
Ooh. Can't be talking about no cake and not offering me no cake.
She got her own little, real live little miniature oven that they really cook.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's
she's
cool.
She's ready to cook. I'm ready to eat. I can't wait for her and my wife to join this cook twice. 2 ovens in one house. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's cooking for real. Yeah, man. Listen, it's so much, man. So much, man. And once again, we got 274 people watching. Please smash that like button. If you don't know what it looks like, it looks a little something like this. Thank you guys, man. Thank you guys. Please
Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that like button because you know if you don't get out, you know if you can't hit the gym or go for a run, or you know if you hit that like button, you will burn some calories today.
Yeah.
So
Well,
hook
don't
up your
cost you
man
nothing.
run.
It don't cost you nothing, man.
Just a few calories.
Right. So there was a question out here, and I'm gonna take this time to put this question up so that you guys can kind of weigh in on it, right? And I'll kick it around to you guys can kick it around amongst yourselves. This is I'm gonna step away for 2 seconds. It's gonna be longer than 2 seconds, but that's just what people say in this business. You know what I mean? Anyway, Clavins Dures. I don't know if I said that right. I think I said it wrong. So I'm gonna try it again. Clavins Dures. Maybe it's Dures. Thank you for being here and tuning into the show. He asks, he said, still Knicks fans, does that make Jericho Sims expendable in a trade to Atlanta for DeJounte Murray since they Knicks got a backup center? I don't think Atlanta wants only draft picks and Fournier. I think it definitely makes Jericho Sims expendable. I can tell you right now, even with Jericho Sims being here, he was expendable. Because for whatever reason, Tibbs just doesn't, he's not in love with the person known as Jericho Sims. He'll play him, he'll use him, but there's something that's missing there between them, and there's the reason why Jericho doesn't get more time. So yeah, I definitely think if a trade like that happened and Atlanta wants Jericho, he's out of here. But they're gonna want more than just that. Than Fournier and Jericho for DeJounte Murray and picks. They might want another player too. Who knows? I mean, maybe we do some spring cleaning and maybe that's where, you know, a Malachi gets regifted or Deuce is out of here. I don't know. It depends on the picks that they're giving up.
Yeah.
If the Knicks is giving up like 3 first-round picks or something crazy like that, I wouldn't throw in a lot of players. You're going to get what I give you. But it depends on what they're doing. And really, I'm still my heart still wants Donovan Mitchell. I'm sorry. That's just me. And now that I know I got OG here, I want him more now than ever because I'm like, at least I got somebody who's going to play some defense here. And I feel like the Knicks should at least hold on to one of these draft picks and draft the guy who can play some defense, who has some size. Like there's plenty of players out there. Just add another player to the mix. Hopefully he's a Tibbs type guy because even if we don't want to see it, guys, people are complaining and saying, should Tibbs be fired? Is it time to make a change? But let me tell you something. How are you going to evaluate and say Tibbs ain't doing the job when his whole defense revolves around one guy and the one guy is hurt for the season? Like, you know what I mean? Like, as a front office, they're going to look at it and they're going to say, oh, we're not going to get rid of, Tibbs because he can't play his defense when his guy's not here. Is it a bad thing? Yes, because we should find another way to play defense to be able to do things out there.
But fair. We were struggling before Mitch went down. And the reason why we've been struggling is because Tibbs' emphasis on just guarding the paint and forgetting about that perimeter. That's why we get hurt. But now, like I said, with OG, he can get away from that. But
he's not going to get away from it, Double A. He ain't getting away from it. He's still going to do it. He just got a warrior now. He got a player who can get out there. That's the thing. The Knicks defense. See, the Knicks defensive principles aren't bad. You just got to have the right horses to do it. You got to have the personnel.
They got to be able to hustle. They got to be able to hustle. You know what I mean? And we get too many long rebounds, man, because everybody in the world that play basketball knows the longer the shot, the longer the rebound. Okay, we always give up that second rebound, and next thing you know, it goes out to the perimeter, and boom, they hit a three or whatever. What I'm saying, we got to play that perimeter defense. We just gotta, because that makes too big of a difference. You make up too much. If a guy gets a layup, it's 2 points. If a guy hits a three, it's 3 points. If they're killing you from the outside, you got to be able. We play a team that like Milwaukee, that they're killing us from the perimeter. We're still just worried about the interior. We're not going to be able to do it. We're not going to be able to keep up with them. But I think you're right, Ron, and I think your hopes and dreams are going to be realized because I think they've had an eye for Mitchell, and Mitchell has had an eye for us. And I wouldn't be worried. I wouldn't hurt. But we still need a big man, bro. What do you think about that destroyer, that Jamaican destroyer down in Charlotte, man? He's a tough boy. Nick Richards.
Yeah. Yeah, his game ain't bad.
He played
I like
for
his game.
Kentucky. 7 foot, 240. He's a rugged, banging dude.
Well, you know,
You
I
could.
heard.
I was gonna say you could tell something happened today. D'Angelo came out. He took off the cobwebs. You know,
he ain't even driving. He on the couch. We saw that. Go ahead,
Jay Boogie.
No, I'm saying what Double A talking about, we need another big, and that is true. Now, yesterday I did see something where it's, they kind of like talk. I guess they willing to do away with Capela, and he's on an expiring, I think, $20 million contract. So if we need looking for a big, I wouldn't be mind. Be honest with just me. I wouldn't mind giving up Sims, Grimes, Fournier, and four first-round draft picks, and let me get to Murray and Capela.
Oh yeah, now you're talking.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
I'm
issuing two things at one time, and that gives us defense. Now you got 3 dudes in there that can play defense. Now you can rock with Tibbs, but I don't think, firing the Tibbs, Tibbs has never had a complete roster how he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Right. Tibbs has never had like what if Tibbs was in the office, what would he go get? You know what I'm saying? They just been getting pieces and players, you know what I'm saying? They thought that was gonna be best for the storylines and you know what I'm saying, like that. But now, that's a start. We're going to get, Tibbs a defensive slot. But be honest with you, if you put Capela and Murray in that starting lineup with OG, Julius, and Brunson in the playoffs, that's something I can rock with. And you still got what's the dude that just came from
Precious Achiuwa.
You still got Precious, you still got Malachi, you still got Josh, you still got Devontae, you know what I'm saying? And you got Hardenstein. So, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'll be looking for it. Donovan, I love with Donovan, but still you're going to be missing out on that center, you know what I'm saying, that can really put Hardenstein back in his position. Because you don't want really Hardenstein to continue on being a starter, because that means you're going to have to pay him more money. You have to start paying him starter numbers, you know what I mean? Starter center money, and he might not, I'm not saying he'll get it from us, but other teams might be looking at that, you know what I mean? So we got another move get ready to come. I don't know what it is, but something else is coming. It's more breaking news coming, man.
Breaking news, Jay Boogie. I really liked what you said about picking up Capela with Murray. That is, I never even thought about that, because he's on I don't want to say chopping block, but he's up for auction as well. You know what I mean? And let me rephrase that word, auction. He's up for trade. He's up for trade as well. You know what I mean? So but I'm highly in my opinion, I like Spider. I would, if he came to the Knicks, I would support him fully. But if for the fit, I think DeAndre Murray is 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", frame with them long arms, a defensive guy that can get you about 15 to 17 points, play some stellar defense with OG on the wing. Now that really hides a lot for Brunson now. You know what I mean? It's not, and that'll probably make Randle been playing a little bit of defense these last couple of games too. You know what I mean? He's been stepping up, putting his hand in the cookie jar and stuff like that. So it may activate him a little bit better. We are short right now 2 positions, like Double A said, that center position. If we're gonna go look for the center position, or if we're gonna go look for the shooting guard position. If we could, like you said, Bugs, if we could get both of them in the same thing with 3 or 4 first-round picks and all those plays that you just mentioned, I'm with it. And I mean, because that will make us a more team that Tibbs would appreciate, a more defensive-minded team that can still score the basketball and once again can grab the things that I always mention. They grab rebounds. You know what I mean? They get in there, grab rebounds. Capela's a double digit a night scoring and rebounding. DeAndre gets about 5 or 6 rebounds a game. OG grabs around 6 or 7 rebounds. I'm just spitballing, but you know what I mean? That makes the team a better team. And I'm really, you saying that, I'm about to bring that a long way. I'm about to piggyback over that one right there. You know what I mean? I'm about to piggyback that one right there, J Bugs.
Yeah. And
I just want to complete. Real quick, I just want a complete roster. You know what I'm saying? We have not had a complete. Well, we have not had a complete starting lineup yet, and that's what I want more than anything. Give Tibbs one complete starting lineup. You know, we had a weak point guard that was what's his name that left that year?
Alfred Payton.
We had Payton. That's not really a point guard. You know what I'm saying? So we had Mitch, Julius, Reggie Bullock. That was okay. You know what I'm saying? But you still was missing with something. So now when we move forward, we move RJ to the 3. We don't have a 2. And RJ's really not a 3 because his foot speed is not, made for them guys. A move like that would give us finally a complete, starting 5 from 1 through 5. And it'll allow Brunson, you get ready to get buckets. I got the rock. I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? And that high screen and roll with Capela, that lob, we're not missing that because we did that with Mitch. Now we got, Murray and Capela, with that lob thing. And Julius continue on being Julius. And OG, OG is getting ready to come over here hungry because he knew them people they didn't want to give him no money. They were stuttering with him. He can come over here hungry. Man, I need another move. Another move. Back.
Yeah. And I think if we say we tilt and do get Donovan Mitchell, we still need a second move. And that move I'd like to be Andre Drummond because I think his tenacity and his rebounding would fit in. I mean, bring our homeboy. He's from New York, Mount Vernon, and he played for Syracuse, didn't he? I think he played for Syracuse as well. But I think if we pick up Mitchell,
how would you feel about this, Double A? If we couldn't get Murray, or if we couldn't get Murray, or we couldn't get Spider, how would you like Levine and DeRozan?
Levine, no, because he don't want to be here. And then it goes back to that Rich Paul thing. And DeRozan.
I mean, not DeRozan. I'm sorry. Not DeRozan. Drummond and Levine.
No, I do Drummond and DeRozan before I do Drummond and Levine.
And Levine.
I just think, Levine doesn't want to play for us. He keeps saying it, right, Ron? Right, Ron? He
did say it.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm done with the Levine talk, man. I can't. Not to y'all. I'm just like, why are we talking about a guy who don't want to be here? Like, what's the point? Like, I mean, now maybe unless it's all a smokescreen, unless Levine really don't have an issue with coming to the Knicks, but because he know the clutch situation was happening with Leon and CAA, he had already like, I'm good on them. But maybe that's not the case.
It's a tip.
It could be.
It's a tip thing.
And that's what I had to double check because I forgot. I couldn't remember if OG was a clutch guy. I was like, did they talk? But no, he's a CAA dude. So whatever. That talk up to now, we don't know if it has happened yet. So
it's a good look either way you go. But I mean, if you was to add Drummond and DeRozan, like you just said, you know what I'm saying? If you add Drummond, DeRozan, along with OG, Julius, Brunson, you got 3 guys that's coming up with expiring contracts. So now you know what I'm doing? I'm going straight in the office right now. Right now. Boom, 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 boom. Yo, listen. I'm giving Brunson his money right now. And then if everything works out with these guys right here, then I can sign them back and go over the cap. I can go over the cap with these guys coming with all 3 of them guys freeing up the money. But I'm locking Brunson in right now. You know what I'm saying? So, it's so many scenarios, things we can do. I'm just foreshadowing, man. But if it's me, I'm giving up Sims, Evan Fournier, Grimes, 4 first-round draft picks. Give me DeJounte and give me Capela. And we solid 1 through 5. You know what I'm saying? Now I can play against anybody in the league. Anybody. Anybody in the East, I can go against you. Capela can handle Lopez. If you want that to be handled with, you know what I'm saying, we can do that. Julius ain't got to worry about Tatum. He ain't got to worry about, but we got OG and Murray for that. You know what I'm saying? And in Philly, I got something for you, MB. I got something for you. Hey, Maxie, come here. I got somebody for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to lock down other teams. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just trying to, make it fit for our team, play against them other teams. Make chess moves against them other 3 teams right now. That's what it is. I ain't worried about the Pacers. They can't beat none of the 3 teams or us in a series. You can run up and down. Even with that game we lost last night, I ain't worried about Orlando, you know what I'm saying? We just ain't show up, you know what I'm saying? They won. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, we would like to win games we supposed to win. But them guys might have show up there. They probably knew about this trade coming. Them guys knew. Yo, y'all might be getting traded, man. Them guys know that, man. Them guys don't get breaking news like we get it. That's only us. They know what's happening. You think
their agents especially.
Yeah, they know what's going on. They know what time it is, man.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I'm with you, Jay Boogie. They knew. I don't think I see a lot of people in the chat that they're having some moments. You know what I mean? We're going through it. As I told y'all before, whatever happens, do not jump out the window.
If I know the ledge.
It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna get through it. You know what I mean? We fine. Some people are still questioning what's going on. What do we do here? And I'm just gonna say, look, OG Anunoby is not a bad player. There's a reason why he was on the Knicks radar for a few years. There's a reason why a lot of us fans
we gave up what we gave up.
Right. So don't look at it that way. And then the other thing is, if the whole difference here is IQ is not under contract for years. If he was under contract for years, I'd be even be saying, like, I don't know about this trade, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but the fact that we gonna lose him for nothing makes this trade great. And we only gave up, like what was already said, a 2nd round pick. This is a really good trade for the Knicks, guys. I mean, is it the answer to everything? No, we still got problems. Not having a center like Mitch here when Thibodeau creates his whole system around it isn't good, right? Do we still need more offense? Well, we definitely need more offense now, losing Quickley and RJ, because even if OG helps with some of it, he ain't going to help with enough of it. So other guys got to step up. So I definitely do think that something else is going to happen. I think something else is coming. So we just got to calm down. Like sometimes,
Precious Achiuwa was a former #1 pick for Miami.
Oh yeah, so no, I mean he's got game.
We can't sleep on his value. No, he's a Tibbs type player. So these are players that Tibbs can unlock and make even better. This is just right down his alley. So now that we're giving, like Boogie said, we've never had a complete Tibbs type team. We've had a sprinkle here and there. But now that we got Hart, we got DiVincenzo, we got Robinson, now we got OG. We're starting to move into that spot where now Tibbs ain't gonna have no more excuses. Oh, I ain't got my guys.
Well, we not there yet, but we moving in the right direction.
Exactly,
we're moving in the right direction. Double A.
Once we make that boogie move right there, we full deck right there. Once we make that Atlanta move with them 4 first. I wasn't thinking about that. If that move happens, I'm okay with it, because the Capela thing, throwing that Capela in there with the Jonte, I like it. I could rock with it. So will
they do it?
I mean, listen, Atlanta's a little lost right now. Atlanta's a little lost right now. So I don't know.
That's their starting center, though, man.
But they got that dude behind them. What's his name? Bouchamp. What was his name? He's not bad. He's not bad in his own right, and they got another dude too. They all right. They'll be okay.
So they trying to bring up some of the up, some of the the younger things and move forward. I heard Atlanta might be listening to for trades for Capela. I did. That was yesterday. But the thing is, if you notice, ain't nobody going to sign in Atlanta, yo. You know what I'm saying? It looks beautiful when we go there. I enjoyed being there at the game, but nobody's going to Atlanta. So when you got teams where nobody's going there, the next thing you could do is just have draft picks to try to, strike it in, strike it in the draft picks. They know what their error was. They know what mistake they made. They made that trade. You know what I'm saying? And so they're looking for another shot to get back in them drafts, you know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with giving up picks this year. Ain't nothing really coming out that draft pick. The draft is going to be stopped. You know what I'm saying? The following year, you know what I'm saying? I was on my way to the invitations. Right now, it's banging down here in Carolina. John Wall got the invitational on playoffs going on. Everybody from everywhere around the world is here. And that boy out of Kentucky, he already told everybody in the ACC, don't even worry about me. I know where I'm going. They already told me I better not leave the city. You know where he going. So yeah, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of good things going on. And to some of the guys in the chat, if you look at the OG trade like this. We just replaced Grimes. That's how you got to look at it. We replaced Grimes because Grimes was doing what OG is getting ready to do, but OG is bigger, more experienced, and he can get to that rack more powerful. You know what I'm saying? The shooting, they almost probably like neck to neck because Grimes ain't really been knocking down his shot or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he brings a factor that okay, I already know OG gonna be checking me. That's a factor. Now you gotta replace RG. You have to replace him. But that's a solid pick for us, man. And for the value we got it for, man, good steal, Leon. Good steal, man. Good steal. It hurts, but hometown boy went back home. Go over there, you know what I'm saying, deal with your baggage claims and all that, you know what I'm saying? And just to, help you out a little bit. We're gonna send somebody with you, man. We're gonna send IQ with you, man.
And it opens things up, man, really, if you look at it. Okay?
It does. It does. It does.
It does great. Not only it improves, our team, I think, but it improves our offense because of, just the way it was situated. 3 left-handers that can only go left, can't go right, and they all need the ball.
Yeah.
Like I say, OG only scores 15 a game, but that's like playing second fiddle. That's like not demanding the ball. That's not getting any plays run for him. That's just straight off the hustle, And I just don't see how people can't see how much this is going to help the Knicks.
And that's without 20 shots.
Yeah.
That's without 20 shots, you get that 15.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot of shots, you know what I'm saying, to be effective on the court, you know what I'm saying? He's effective in how he plays, you know what I'm saying? So that's another good scenario, man.
Ron, somebody named, you had a post before that where somebody made a great point. Toronto was turning down offers from teams of 3 number 1 picks for what you call it. There it is right there. They were turning down those picks, man, and we got them for no picks. No first round.
Well,
picks.
A second rounder, just a second rounder, which is not bad at all. Not bad at all.
And we keep that treasure chest to make that boom second move.
Yeah, I think that's what. Look, I'm one of the first people to say that scared money don't make money. Leon, these dudes have been scared when it comes to making that big trade. So the fact that we're watching him make a trade, right? Give up not too much. I know you guys are still mad about when you look at it on paper, but don't look at it on paper. Look at it like IQ's walking out the door. Look at it like that, because that's what's going to happen, because they're not paying him. So if IQ's leaving anyway, would you rather them throw Grimes in the trade and watch IQ leave at the end of the season and get nothing for him? Because that's what's going to happen. So look at it that way, and then understand what, to Double A's point. I mean, we still got them draft picks, them first rounders that we could use with Fournier, with Sims, with even with Grimes. If we still want to move off of Grimes, we can do it. And if a blockbuster come along, you still got Julius Randle. Not what? But I can't see the Knicks trading no Julius Randle for marketing. Julius Randle got to go.
No, we ain't traded. No, we're not trading Julius Randle.
No. I'm just saying. But if Embiid says Embiid says I want out, the Knicks is calling.
Yeah, you got to go get the number 2, and you got to go get the 5. Those are the 2 areas. Like somebody like marketing. I mean, he's a good ball player, but you already straight now at the 3 and the 4. You got OG. That's solid defense. with 15 points. So we got to go and get that shooting guard and that center spot, solidify that right there. But I'm just wondering, we didn't get him that 10 million yet. We didn't get that 10 million from them yet, right? From Toronto.
Oh no, I think that's dead.
That's dead, yeah. But Leon probably went in and said, "Yo, keep that 10 million. I'm keeping my draft pick. Let me get OG, man. Stop playing with me."
I think that's what happened.
Big boss on him, Leon.
Stop playing with me. Let me get that.
He's making boss moves in his 4th year, man. He getting mad. That's a boss move, man. Oh, you got things on the sleeve, and it's a short sleeve, man.
Right.
And out here.
and unless Julius Randle prices himself out of the Knicks, I don't think Julius is going anywhere now. I think Julius is here to stay for the Knicks. I'm just letting y'all know.
And
now
you
that
know
RJ's gone, I think Julius is here to stay.
And you know why that only hurts? And they got to work something out, man, because I'm tired of them not retiring number 30 behind Boogie for Bernard King. Come on, it's a travesty.
But
it's a travesty.
It's not them. Bernard was different with Julius. Bernard, I know a lot of people wondered why he didn't do it with Melo, because Melo wanted it. But I think that Bernard thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should have gave Melo that number. You know what I'm saying? So I think when the next opportunity came, he allowed Julius to have it. He has to okay that first. You know what I'm saying? He's not sitting down there as ambassador down there every game for nothing. So now he gets to be able to sit and watch and have flashes backs, you know what I'm saying, of that 30 being rocked up, you know what I'm saying? So he probably feels good with that, you know what I mean? We know Julius can't, you know, be in the, like, you know what I'm saying, in the category as far as the fan base of what Bernard was. But Julius, don't get it twisted. Julius might, and these are freezy words, he might go down as our best power forward ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just saying they could do like what they did for Monroe and McGuire.
Right.
You know, they got both of their numbers retired up there. You know,
but are their numbers being played?
No. But what I'm saying, you can the Knicks, they retired 2 number 15s, so they could still retire 30 for King. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Then the number's not really retired, right?
Yeah, them jerseys can't be worn, and then like I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, Bernard probably get a kick out of seeing his number being played night in, night out inside that building. You know what I'm saying? And who to goes to say what Julius might have offered him? You know what I mean?
I don't know, but when
King, you know, and I think Julius would take something like probably about another. Julius would take something probably like a 3-year 115, something like that, somewhere around there. And the reason why I say that, because
30-some mil, yeah.
Julius really that game when Julius got that dunk and he pulled up on the rim and they called that tech when he slapped the backboard and he was running around on the court and yelling and screaming at the fan base. That was Julius in his way telling the people, love me like I love y'all. That's what I got from that. You know, he was so amped up. Love me. I'm trying my best and doing my best. Just love me and appreciate me. You know what I mean? And then look at everything he's doing off the court. He's in the streets. He's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Julius loves being here. And he is sincere about saying that I want to win here. The goal is no other bigger championship in no sports that will be celebrated more than a Knicks trophy. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a ball player, a real ball player, and you see the offices changing and everything, you need to be thinking about that. What would that add to my legacy? You know what I'm saying? That's real big for New York Knicks to win the championship, you know, and Julius wants to be a part of that, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I just appreciate Julius being in the streets, facing everybody. Okay, what I got wrong, tell me in the streets. I'll try to better it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know, Julius is doing everything he can, you know what I'm saying, to try to let people know in the city of New York, I'm trying. I know what y'all want on the court. I'm working on that. You don't see the small things. I'm changing. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my foot better. Now I'm getting to the rack. My free throw shooting was down because I couldn't lift. That's getting up. You know what I'm saying? My shot selection is a little better. I'm reading a little bit better. I understand the game a little bit more. You know what I mean? And you got to appreciate those efforts. But, yeah, we still wanted to pass over into the playoff. But if you got the right people around him, where he ain't got to be doing the thinking and all that, just him being him. I like Julius in the playoffs this year. I really do.
And I hope he do, because other than that, it's hard to check him over Bernard, man. I remember the broken fingers going against the bad boy Pistons and Boston Celtic in the playoffs. I mean, when you think Warrior, Bernard King, bro, and I'm so sorry he hurt his knee. You know what the misconception people got? Oh man, imagine if Bernard King didn't get hurt and him and Ewing playing. But the thing is, if Bernard didn't get hurt, we would have got the pick. He got hurt, so we fell down in the standings and were able to draft Patrick, you know.
Right.
But it's hard to erase that Boogie. You know, number 30 was a Warrior, man. You know, and that's the only thing. You know,
he's
that's
one
the
of the
only thing
reasons why
people
I became a New York fan.
Yeah, and you know, and I'm kind of partial because I grew up with the man, and we played ball in Brooklyn with him and his brother Albert. You know,
right in Fort Greene Park.
Yeah.
I was there when I was down there. They did the remember the picture of him and his brother when they was doing the it was a sneaker commercial and they was filming in the Fort Greene Park. That was my first fandom. I live close by Fort Greene. I live in another project downtown Brooklyn, and I went down there. I think I was 12, 13, 14. I was in my teens. And I went and seen him, and I immediately became a New York fan after that. Seeing him and knowing his history and stuff like that, being from Brooklyn and all that stuff. Anyway, it's a long story right there.
Yeah, that's when Albert was with the Nets. His brother Albert was with the Nets. Yeah, but Bernard, man, it's good to see him at the game, man. It's good to see Clyde at the game, man. We should keep that heritage, man. That's the one thing I'm glad Dolan is doing. He's keeping that heritage. And to be smart enough to hire Jay Boogie. They finally got it right. And we were shouting it out, Ryan. We were shouting it out.
You know what? That's a good segue. You know what I mean? Why don't you just say what you're gonna say, Mr. Jay Boogie here? Because I know you said it everywhere. I've brought it up, but it was nice to hear from Jay Boogie's voice himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As of about a week and a half ago, man, I became a contract vendor with the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? That's only on the entertainment side. You know, I don't want nobody to think Boogie. I don't have nothing to do with office personnel, none of that. Boogie just maneuvering, you know, some entertainment suggestions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right on, baby. Right on.
Yeah, I'm just moving some entertainment.
You deserve it, brother.
Man, I appreciate it, man. But no matter how much I deserve or no matter how much work I might try to put in, I can never have it done without all you guys. All you guys have played some type of part in, you know what I'm saying, and Jay Boogie being Jay Boogie and Jay Boogie doing what he can do, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's just rocking, allowing me to rock with you on your shows or talking to you on the phones, you know what I'm saying? Or we texting back and forth, or you playing my music, you know what I'm saying? You all have done something to help Jay Boogie become Jay Boogie. There's no Jay Boogie without, you know what I'm saying, the podcasters. And there's no Jay Boogie without any and everybody that's inside the chats. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, I did what I did. I invested in me. You know, I'm like, you know, one of the guys, you know what I'm saying, where it's okay, when my last year going in my contract, I'm going to invest in me because I think, you know what I'm saying, I like what Brunson did. You offered me that. No, I don't want that. I'm investing in me, and it paid off. So that's what I did in myself, you know, within me and my household, investing in ourselves, you know what I'm saying, with the music, you know, because that music is stuff that I be doing. It's not cheap, you know what I'm saying? And I make sure I give y'all quality music, and my my beats be slamming. You know what I'm saying? I got an ill production crew around me. You know what I'm saying? And I always have my music master mix. You know, and I always make sure that, you know, I put it to the stream for any and everybody, you know, to go get it, you know what I'm saying, to be a part of it, ride to the show, to the games, listen to it, whatever. But just more importantly, I could never be Jay Boogie without all you podcasters, you know what I'm saying, coming a long way, you know what I'm saying, from where I come from, being the closer. I'm still the closer, you know what I'm saying, but I'll be everywhere and everything, but I could never do it without, you know what I'm saying, with all you, man. All y'all, my brothers, man. I love and appreciate all y'all to the fullest. Y'all know my life. Y'all know the things I've been through. Y'all was there with me when my sister, you know, got murdered. Y'all was there with me. My brother, he passed away. You know, we've been through together, you know what I'm saying, ups and downs, you know what I'm saying, and throughout my career. But we always been there for one another. And anything I can do to help anybody else show or continue on, anybody that's in the chat, anything I can do to help you get noticed or whatever for what you do, I'm willing to do it. You know, that's just what I am, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the love I have for the New York Knicks. And anything that's up under that brother, we family, man.
Man, 100%, brother. And that's why we appreciate you so much. And I've already talked about it. Yeah, if y'all don't know, Jay Boogie's a great dude. One of those that'll definitely, you know, look out for you, call you when he's just thinking about you. You know what I mean? Like, so I appreciate you 100%, my brother.
Well, I ain't got nothing to do with the office. I ain't got nothing.
Nah. You don't have to find a way, bro. You don't have to find a way.
If I get the chance to voice my opinion, you know, that's where I'm trying to get all the way in the building. I'm in the door right now, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta go through another.
You never know.
Door to get to you know what I'm saying, the Godfather. If y'all ever watch the Godfather, you come in the living room, but back there, that back room, that's where I want to get to. Where James at?
Right. Well, listen, once again, guys, I appreciate all y'all for being here and rocking. Cully asked, what's up, Cully? Happy New Year to you, my brother. He says, has OG been healthy this year? Well, you know, that has been the knock on OG. Can he stay healthy? Well, I will tell you this. I don't have I got some wood right here. Knock on wood. The Toronto Raptors have played 27 games this year. OG Anunoby has played 27 games this year. So far, so good. You know what I mean?
Hey,
so
Ron,
far, so good.
One more thing, real true, while Cully right there. Shout out to Cully and shout out to Papa Left. We was fingernail close to performing in that garden this year, but the paperwork had to go through and be completely right on my side for me to be the vendor. So by the time it got cleared, it was too late. So next year we're pushing that anthem. As long as we playing at the first 4 bars, 12 noon we back 12 in the 2/5. 12 noon we playing. 12 noon we back 12 it. The 12th month of the year. 12 noon we back 12 in the 2/5. That's the 25th day. That's how I made that bar. 12 noon we back 12 in the 2/5. But shout out to Papa Left and shout out to Cully, because them two guys right there, they both really they made that song even more than what it was with their lyrical skills and their content and everything. And when I first wrote the song and I asked both of them, come on, I told you I wrote a verse, but I'm not going to change my verse if both of y'all come on. I just pick and choose between those two to figure out who was going to go second and who was going to go third, you know what I'm saying? So I never changed my verse. I did my verse and then they send theirs in and we just master mix it, man. But shout out to Cully and shout out to Papa Left, and look for us next year on Christmas. Long as we on that schedule, we going in that building and tear it down.
Facts. I like it. I'm excited for it. Parrish said, "Is my internet broken? We traded Quickley instead of Grimes. What? Are you kidding me?" Listen, I mean, we could hold on to Quickley and you could watch him walk at the offseason and be like, man, we let Quickley go for nothing, because that's what's going to happen. That's the only thing I can say about the trade, Knick fans. Quickley was out of here. Okay, and if you didn't believe it, knowing that he got traded, now you know it's for real. They was not going to pay Quickley. So,
and if he wasn't, you can't justify $70 million on role players, bench players. And that play the same position. You can't justify. You can't justify paying Hart and DiVincenzo and these guys all the same, man. And they're not starters.
And Paris, you say we could match Quickley. We could have. The Knicks don't want to. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm saying. They looking. See, the other thing is, this is what I wanted to tell y'all about, because I said this in the offseason coming into this. We have a situation where there was a lot of guys on the clock to see what they did this year. I said, remember when I said, you know, and I'm not talking about me. I'm just saying something because this is something I observe, like other people will observe. RJ was on the clock. This is 5th year for RJ. Wanted to see what RJ did this year. Grimes is on the clock. Wanted to see what Grimes does this year because Grimes got to get paid next year. Quickley was on the clock because we decided not to give him the extension. So we're going to let him play out and see where it goes. And if Quickley would have been balling out, right? Now, granted, he had some games where he played pretty damn good and we're like, okay, he looked good tonight. And there might have been, you know, we don't know. I'm not going to get into the conspiracy theory stuff because there's some games that Quickley was cooking and all of a sudden he wound up on the bench. Was something going on there? Is there a reason why they didn't let Quickley continue to cook? I don't know. I don't want to get into that. I'm just saying.
They've
I don't know.
working on it. They've been working on it. They've been working on it. You know, who's to say they didn't use that lawsuit to quicken things along?
Quicken things along. I see what you did there. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't know what was going on with that. I'm just saying, like, there's things happening there. But even when Quickley was out there on the court, yeah, there was some nights that he looked really good offensively. Defensively, I don't think he looked as good as I've seen him last year. Other guys, I mean, last night's game was a real. The trade was already being worked on before last night's game. So I'm not saying last night's game was the straw that broke the camel's back. No. But last night's game was a bad-looking game for the Knicks, man. That was like, if you was thinking about a trade, like, should I do it? That put you over. That was like, yeah, I'm clicking the button. Because if you look at what the Knicks did last night, they didn't look good at all. The only player that looked good last night was Julius Randle. Once again, how Knicks fans get on Julius Randle. Julius Randle was balling again last night. Yeah, did he make a couple defensive plays that I didn't love? Yeah, but that's Julius. He's always going to do that. I'm always going to say something. I don't mean I don't like the guy. I'm just going to point out there's certain things that I'm like, I wish he didn't do it. But that don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Julius was the best player on the court for the Knicks last night, bar none. Even Jalen Brunson.
I just don't want him to fall in that habit, Ron, of starting to argue with the referees again. He showed that the last couple of games, especially that game.
Yeah, he's been better with it, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's still showing. You can't stop the flow of the game, man. You got to get your ass down court. You know?
It's true.
Down there,
that's bad.
I've yet to see a call reversed by a player arguing.
Right. No, I mean, you're right. I mean, like, we don't want to continue to see that, especially if you're going to argue like other players argue in the league. Say what you got to say. Keep going with the play. When the next dead ball, you argue again. You're like, don't argue while the game's going on. You should be doing something. Yeah.
And then, a ref will listen to you. You know, a ref is not going to listen to you. You standing there yelling at them and trying to show
because
up.
You know what? The other thing these players don't get, when something happens and you're not happy with the play and I call it a certain way and you want to get to me and talk to me, don't try to get to me when I got to call other plays. Now you making me like I'm trying to watch what's going on over here. You trying to argue with me when I'm supposed to be paying attention to. Now you messing with my job, because that's why refs get spiteful. They act a certain way, man.
Now who was Tom Thibodeau? I'm sorry, Buggy.
Yeah, not to cut you off. Go ahead.
Tom Thibodeau. There's a film going around of him yelling and getting upset about some referee. Who was he talking about that wasn't getting the calls? Because he was saying you get smacked. Oh, he was talking about Brunson.
Yeah,
Brunson.
They're getting hit and hitting their head and all that. I'm sorry, Book.
Yeah, he needed. Yeah, you good, my brother. He needed to be getting treated a little bit more, and that's what they was talking about. But even further, yo, Josh, I need you to get Gully out there, man. That's your man from all the way to school. You need to be the one that, you know what I'm saying, to protect. The way they land something, you got to make a statement foul sooner or later somewhere on somebody if you feel like they're doing our man wrong, man. That's our guy. You know, somebody has to be our bully person. It can't be Julius because Julius is too valuable in the court. So it's you, Josh. You have to make your presence known when they doing that to Brunson a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? We need that from you. And just thinking about it,
too.
yeah, another move is coming. I just thought about it. And when you
man.
When you talk about the jerseys, another move is coming. You know how much money just came out that building? You know how much money just came out of that building with that RJ jersey? How much money just came out with that IQ jersey? They got to put something up in that building that's going to ring off and substitute them jersey numbers. OG is not going to do it. But OG is going to be a hard player on that court. But far as sales in that building, they got to do something and bring some more sales up in that jersey sale. The jersey sale just went down because all we got really now is Jalen and Julius. You have variety of picks. You see the little kids with number 9. You see the little kids with, you know what I'm saying, with the five. What, he wore 5 or he wore 4, right?
5.
Yeah, you see them with the jersey numbers, man. You got to put them jersey number sales back in that building. And this trade came early. Make another trade early so by the time, right after the All-Star break, chemistry is developed. That's what this is an early trade where you're going to get this chemistry. You're going to start working on that early. Go ahead and make the other move so we can deal with that now. So the second half come, we ready to rock. I'm ready, man. Ron, you got tickets for the next game on my way, baby. I ain't been to the city yet. You know where I sit? I sit Delta unless I'm going with, you know what I'm saying, with the unless I'm going with MBK or with the what are their names? The
Omni fans.
The Omni fans, or you know what I'm saying, my man, I'm trying to show you respect, man. At the same time, I'm so
you know me. You could say who's ever, because I see. Unlike some others, I respect the whole Knicks community. We could all rock and be together. So you could always mention everybody here.
Yeah. If unless I'm with, you know, saying KnicksFanTv, Omni, or MBK, you know what I'm saying, in you know what I'm saying, in that nice booth where we be eating good and everything, you know what I'm saying. I'm at the Delta. So I'm telling you, y'all hear me calling Ron out right now. Ron, I'm ready to come up there, and I got to come shoot 2 videos. Ron, I need tickets, Ron. We going to the Delta, man. It's on you, man. I see the hats. Ron
I like that.
A hat. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron don't have a hat that he wears on no show less than $63. Not one. And he got 70 of them in his closet. He got his own hat closet. I'm
trying to match that Shy Money energy, man. Shy got the hat.
I've been trying.
If it's a snapback, right? If it's a snap hat, he unsnaps it and snaps it on a hanger and let it hang. He got 70 hats hanging in the closet. And if it's not a snap, it's all on hooks. He got 30 built-in hooks in it. I know, Ron. I ain't mean to switch it out there.
Oh man, you crazy, J Boogie.
I love you, man. No pause. I love you.
Hey, man, appreciate you. Love you too, brother. Listen, for real. And like I said, I don't care about I want everybody to succeed and do great things. Hopefully going into 2024, we all have bigger and better things happening for us. KnicksFanTv, all of the Omni fans, all of our Knicks community, everybody. I hope for everything. I ain't gonna be on here and be like, yo, y'all ain't got love for still Knicks fans and Dr. Dre. I ain't gonna do all that. That's not me. Right? Nah, man, I appreciate everybody. Oh, speaking of that, I also wanted to say once again, guys, if y'all here and haven't smashed that like button, please do. But I do see we got a lot of likes, so guys have definitely, guys and gals have definitely smashing that like button. We got over 200 plus likes, so I definitely appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. I just wanted to get to a couple things before we get out of here, because like I said, this RJ trade kind of derailed everything, and I knew it. It is what it is. We got to talk about it, man. So it sucks. I got this RJ jersey. It's probably the last time I'm gonna wear it. Oh no, damn it, man! But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's life. That's basketball. It's the business.
Hey, at least you ain't gotta throw away a song. I made an RJ 9 commandment. It can't even come out now. I made an RJ 9 commandment.
Look, Toppy gone, RJ gone. But you know what? I still got this baby. This ain't going nowhere ever.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
That's what you got to do, Double A.
That's how you do it.
You got to get these guys jerseys and put your name on the back. See, Grimes' name is up there because I got tricked. They tricked me. You know what I'm saying? They tricked me. I'm gonna tell you, they tricked the trickster. But Grimes was supposed to not be wearing that number 6 this year. They were supposed to be retiring that. So I wanted to remember the last 6. And that jersey is signed. He signed that jersey for me completely at a game and everything. But all my jerseys, if you're not retired, it say Boogie on the back of them. All of them. That way, Boogie is never going. You can't trade Boogie. I'm never going to the Nets. I'm never going to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm a New York Knicks. So Boogie, if you get a Boogie jersey, just know you got one and ain't gonna be traded.
There you go.
That works for me, man. That works for me. Shout out to 713 Gamer. Fligga D, what up, Flame? Appreciate you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you, my brother, as always. So yeah, guys, I wanted to just get your thoughts real quick on this situation with the Indiana Pacers tonight. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but Double A, quick thoughts. Do you think we have? I'm not going to even do the tail of the tape thing like I know, because it's all thrown off now. We lost RJ and Quickley. I can't show the numbers. It don't make sense. But what's your thoughts? You think we got a chance to beat Indiana tonight?
I think they'll come together, and realize everybody got to pick it up, and make up for the losses, and step up their games. And I think Brunson's going to play out his mind, because that's going to be a personal duel, him and Halliburton. And Julius, Julius has been Julius, and I don't see nobody on their team to stand in his way, So I think Brunson and Julius both are going to have big games. For Julius, it's personal, because all OB going to try to get in front of the train, and I don't think he got enough ass for that. I'm sorry, But I think I'm giving it to the Knicks, man. I think we're still going to pull out this game.
Somehow there's a pause in that, but I'm rocking with you, Double A. Somehow there's a pause in that, though. I know the youngins is like, pause.
No, not me. Not me. I'm saying we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win.
Okay.
Basically, because it's gonna force everybody to step up.
Okay. All right. Shaw Money, what's your thoughts, brother?
If you come to the show, man, every game the Knicks is gonna win. If it was up to me, the Knicks would win 82 games. So I think the Knicks have a chance to win. I think we may see a spotting of Toppin tonight. Maybe they might bring him up, because we're gonna need some help at the small forward position. We may see him up tonight. You may see a little heavy rotation of Deuce McBride tonight. Some defense up there tonight. I think the Knicks, they're gonna try to fit in where they can get in. You know what I mean? And I think the Knicks have a chance to win this game. I like Double A said. I think Brunson's going to play out of his mind tonight. This is one of those matchups that we all vote for, and make sure everybody's out there voting, man. If you want your team, if you want your players to see the plays that you want to see in there, vote for your guys, man. Do what you got to do, man. And I'm sticking with the Knicks, man. I think the Knicks can pull it off tonight. I'll come up with a score later on tonight on the show, but I think the Knicks got a good chance of coming out here playing together. And Julius Randle has been playing phenomenal the last 15, 17 games or so. And I think he's going to come out tonight with a vengeance. He's going to have some more openings because RJ's not there. So let's see what happens.
What you think, Jay Boogie? What's your thoughts?
I'm never going to be a loser and the Knicks win. I'm never going to be a winner and the Knicks lose. I'm going to always be with the Knicks. And when we win, I'm right. We won together. We lose together. You know what I'm saying? That's just, how I am. And I rock with that like that too, Double A and Shy. And, I'm looking for us to win tonight. I'm looking for us to win in a very high scoring game. I'm looking for us to win 133 to 127, a real close game. But I would love to see, go ahead and bring Jacob up. Make sure Jacob is suited up. I would love to see, for the family of the Toppins, you know what I'm saying? I love to be able to see them two guys together.
On the court together.
Yeah, playing against one another at the end of the game, switch their jerseys with one another. So that way, when they're at home, it's kind of like, Eli and Peyton, But they'll have two Knick jerseys at home. and only one Pacer jersey at home. So the Knicks would be winning in that situation. I just would love to see that story being played, you know what I'm saying, and have them play against one another. But I look for us to win. It's going to be a tough game because we down bodies and everything. And we played last night a real physical game. They was off and they was watching TV last night, doing whatever it is. And I know. So I had a phone call come in. I know that Halliburton, he got something that he want to say, and I know Brunson, you know, coming off when he has bad performances, you know what I'm saying, his mind, he normally comes out and kill. So I'm looking for that right there to be going on. I look for Julius to put Obi in the 9th row, put him in there. You come out there, that's why you won't hear, man. You know, it ain't nothing personal. I do it to you in practice. Do it to you live in the game, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I look for the Knicks to win, man, 133, 127, man, in a high scoring game.
Okay, all right. Listen, I like the optimism and the you know the.
Don't do it, Ron. Don't do it.
Okay, look. This is what I'm gonna say. I feel like the Knicks are gonna win today, but should they win today? No, I don't think they should. I think the loss of having RJ and Quickley out of that lineup it should hurt them tonight. I'm just saying Indiana's playing really. Yeah, Indiana's playing really good basketball. So I'm saying it should hurt them, and I definitely think it could hurt them. But something tells me, I just have a feeling the Knicks might win because of something extra. You know, sometimes a team, they win games because of their talent or matchups, and then sometimes teams just win because something happens.
Hey, Ron, real quick, I got to take this important call. I got to take it.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
And everybody have a blessed weekend.
You're ready.
Appreciate you, bro. Sometimes things happen, you know, and a team could just play out of their minds, you know, for whatever reason. So I'm thinking they might be able to win tonight, but like I said, on paper I don't love it because that is 30 points, man. That's a lot of points to make up for, and even you know, it's not like these news guys are here. They're not. So like you are gonna be missing 30 points, and you're gonna have to get it from somebody else. Hopefully they step up. Josh Hart is not the offensive guy, so maybe DiVincenzo has one of them hot shooting nights tonight.
Grimes,
like I said,
Grimes
maybe. Jalen's gonna have to play a lot of minutes. Julius is gonna play a lot of minutes. You know, and I don't think this is an issue too, but I wonder how Julius feels about this. Because I'm not gonna say him and RJ are close, but they have a good relationship, and they've been here, like, you know, they kind of like day ones with each other. So
yeah,
I wonder how he feels about
that.
He
even said it that Julius has been, you know, him and Julius have been playing together ever since he came into the league.
Right.
You know, that's why, you know, it's kind of, I think this was a move the Knicks needed to make, but to me, it's kind of like heartbreaking because I respected RJ as a very young professional human being. I mean, like I said, he never ducked. You know, whether he had a bad game, good game, great game, he never ducked the media. He never ducked the quick questions. He's always acted like a professional, you know, especially for his age. We forget how young he was when he came in the league. And I think this is a good trade for him going back home, you know, getting to play in another system. I think it's a good trade for Quickley. Now he can go out there and try to get his, because he, like Ron said, he wasn't getting it from us. You know, we were going to lose him for absolutely nothing. You know, and this gives Thibodeau what he needs, man. You know, we got to give the man what he needs if we expect him to do his job.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, that's definitely the case. So I mean, listen, I'm like I said, I'm hoping for the best tonight. And you never know. I mean, who knows? Maybe Indiana is shorthanded for some reason too. We don't, you know, things happen.
Well, they played last night too, right?
Right. So, you know, that could be something that plays into this. Shout out to Pretty Lou. He says Murray is a better fit, but he ain't the star Donovan is the box office. It's true. So it's kind of like you're good both ways as long as you build the team the right way. But you know, Donovan, you just know Donovan. Yeah, the defensive side is what it is, but you know, offensively, Donovan just gonna do it. And some nights he's gonna do it. And in the Garden, that he gonna go crazy. So I'm just saying, like it's up and down. But anyway, don't shortchange DeJounte Murray, man. He got some offensive game too. He just been kind of backseating it with Trey over there, but he gonna have to backseat it over here too with Brunson if he comes here. So it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. Either way,
but
I'm
it
okay.
a little bit, but it makes it a better fit now that RJ's not here.
Right.
Because before, anybody you brought on would have to deal with Brunson, RJ, and Randle. Now it's just Brunson and Randle.
Right. Correct. That's true. Shout out to Paris Duggar. Thank you for the generous super chat. He said, I wanted Flynn and I love Stewart because he can shoot the three. That's the only reason I'm not blocking the Midtown Tunnel in protest of my guy IQ. Let's go. Yeah, man. It's rough, man. It's rough. I know. We're gonna be all right, man. We just gotta stick together and stick with our team, man. Understand that moves are gonna be made and hopefully they work out. But whoever we got here, we gotta stick with. I got another super chat. Hold on one second. Shout out to my guy Rose with the generous super chat. He said RJ is some garbage. Salute, Ron. Well, listen, man. I guess it's time to move on for a lot of people. It is time to move on for a lot of people. I hear you. I'm gonna miss him though.
What I'm saying is, critique his game, man, but you can't critique his character. You know what I mean? You can critique RJ's game all you want, but his character, he was a high character guy.
That's a fact. Stand up, dude. You're right about that, Double A.
Yeah, we're gonna miss having the presence, the happy presence. But you know what? The other thing is, we've been talking about this Knicks team for a minute, man. Like them not having the dogs. Like Hart is a dog. Okay, he got that mentality. Sometimes he's a little idiotic, but he's a dog. Right? Maybe the Knicks also want to get a little bit more grit. Get some of the choir boys out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
get a little bit more gritty.
OG is not he got into it with Embiid a few times. I mean, OG's no cupcake. He get into it, and the boy big. 6'7", 240, man. He ain't no small man. And I think
my guy Rose says I'm talking about his game. That's it. Yeah, just his game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to Craig, man. Yeah, man. Listen, if y'all here and y'all haven't hit the like button, please do. We appreciate you. We currently sitting at, what are we at right now? I think we had 239 likes. 242. 8 more likes, we get to that 250 mark, man. Listen, back in the day, 250 would be great. I could get a ham and cheese from the bodega with 250. that was a long time ago, man. That was a long time ago. I miss those days. They gotta do something, man. They gotta do something.
Bill Cartwright was the Knicks center back
then. Right. So okay, so that's that. We gave our takes about Indiana's game tonight, and it would be great to see Jacob Toppin out there. But I gotta tell you, I don't know if y'all know, but quiet is kept because we don't follow Indiana too closely. Obi's been losing minutes.
Obi on the bench now, ain't he?
He is on the bench, and he's been losing some minutes. I'm just saying. So yeah. Maybe sometimes it is what it is wherever you go. It ain't just New York. Just saying. But it's early, so he still got some time in his career. But remember that window, 4 years, man. 4 years is the average lifespan of an NBA player. If you don't cut your teeth in those 4 years, you might be overseas. I'm not saying Obi will be overseas. I'm just telling you that's how it is.
And to me, I don't think Obi cares. Really, I really think Obi has this mentality that I got my chance. I was in the NBA, so what? I made me some money. I'm good. I'm gonna go home and play Call of Duty or something. I don't know. He hits me with that mentality because why? That's why I give Quickley credit. We have actually seen Immanuel Quickley grow in each of his seasons with the Knicks. Immanuel Quickley, I mean, he improved on something. He worked on his defense. He got better. He worked on his shooting percentage. He worked on his drive, getting more, to the rim, and he succeeded. But Obi Toppin, he was like, he didn't get better or nothing. He needed to get stronger. He didn't work out, and I just think that's just his personality, and that's what's going to be his downfall. Because you got to have that, you got to have that warrior, a little bit warrior in you to succeed, man. You got to be willing to go give that extra effort to get to where you want to be, and I just don't see that.
Yeah, and I wanted to touch on one more question before we get out of here, but I do want to highlight this comment by Bricks Nation, which probably is, the most right comment I've seen all day. Obi should have never been a Knick, and that is 100% true. And it's no slight to Obi, but the Knicks should have drafted Halliburton.
We needed a point guard.
It should have been what it was.
We didn't need a power forward. We needed and then they turned around and didn't trade Randle.
He had that All-Star year that year. That's why.
Right.
He was all NBA, everything. He was almost everything that year.
Yeah, but we got Obi in the offseason, remember, in the draft.
Right.
And Randle was in his walk year. He was going to be a free agent the next year, and we extended him.
Yeah, I think, Craig, I don't know. So here's the interesting thing, and maybe when we go back to it, what we were talking about earlier, Double A, we was confused, like wondering what's what. Maybe that whole today was the last day for that re-signing thing for this extension. Maybe it's about
113.
Maybe it's about OG.
Right.
Maybe today was the day we had a trade for him to be able to re-sign him.
You know what, Ron? That'd be smart. Because like you said, man, giving up RJ and Grimes, that's pretty steep. And I'm hoping they had some kind of agreement, handshake or whatever. He's going to hang around. Because if he walks, then you gave up all that for nothing.
Yeah, and I'd much rather have him, if I could get OG inked, I'd much rather get him inked today if they can do that extension thing today, because I don't want him to be here and then all of a sudden not like New York and then we lose him. Then we screwed. Then we look like fools. You know what I mean? I know, Craig. I know Carmelo was even telling the Knicks to draft Halliburton. Yeah, I was watching his podcast with Mero. And he was talking about how he wanted Halliburton. Yeah, it's a fact. Shout out to Ala Wise. Appreciate you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. And look, the chat has kind of gotten a little bit more manageable, so I can select some of you guys' comments as I go and highlight some of y'all. So I appreciate y'all, man. I apologize if I wasn't able to get to a lot of y'all's stuff today, but we have 400 people in here today, so it was really tough to get to all the chat. So, that's the question I wanted to ask. Yeah, I almost forgot. Here is the question. I'm going to put this up. So, and I know some people have a lot of feeling about this, but I'm putting it up for a reason. Fire Tibbs or not? So even with this trade of bringing in another player that might fit Tibbs' system, a defensive type player that helps what he likes to do out there, should the Knicks still be thinking about moving on from Tom Thibodeau? You know what I mean? So like that's the thing. Like, should they be thinking about moving on from Tom Thibodeau? What's your thoughts, Double A? I know you're not the biggest Thibodeau fan, but
But I'm a realist, though. And the real deal is he's not going nowhere, not this season. But I really believe that they should evaluate it and look at the season as a whole and see, are we still doing the same things at the end of the season? Where has our advancement came and stuff. I think he should be evaluated, like anybody at the end of the season. We got to see if, he's going to be the one to make us take the next step. And I kind of said it on the Morning Brew show on Friday that, look, a lot of people are like hanging on to Tibbs because, hey, man, we're winning now. We're winning now. Well, guess what? Milwaukee won the championship. They still fired their head coach. Casey won Coach of the Year. He still got fired. you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? What is best for the team. And my feeling is, unless these changes come around and we look better, we play better, and we take a step, then yeah, he should be thoroughly examined, and maybe it's time for him to be replaced. But I think he's going to go up to the front office or something like that, and then go.
Yeah, I kind of think that there's something cooking over there, but I don't know. Sha, what's your thoughts, brother? How you feel about Tibbs? Is it time to really move on and let him go, or
I'll say this, and I'm a quote Jay Boogie again. If Tibbs can get Capela and Murray on this team, with OG on this team, with Randle and Brunson, I think Tibbs is going to be here for a couple more years. I think it all comes down to wins and losses, across the board. And yes, is there a chance that they could trade Tibbs? It's possible. Is there someone out there that could fill his spot? Of course there is. You know what I mean? And change the outlook of how the Knicks go into 24-25 season. Yes, that is possible. But right now, I think Tibbs is here for the long haul. I think Tibbs is going to probably be here. I don't think he gets fired. And this year, Tibbs has changed a lot. You know what I mean? He's done some different things. He's made some skeptical moves and rotations and stuff like that. But he also has changed the way he has made rotations this year because of the plethora of players that he has on the team to keep everybody under 35 minutes a game, somewhat under 35 minutes a game, and still everybody gets out there to get that 9-man rotation, get out there and put the ball in the basket. It worked out pretty fine this year. So do I think Tibbs gets fired? No. Is Tibbs going to be here for the long haul? I believe so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm really confused about it because I think you defeat the purpose of what the hell you've been doing. So I don't know. I don't know if the Knicks are going to give Tibbs an extension. I don't think he'll be fired. I think he'll play out his contract. And I do think that the plan is to move him into some type of front office position. Because, why would you do all this other stuff? Why do you put people in place? Why do you say this is the first, I forgot the title. What's his title? I forgot Johnny Bryant's title. But, why is Johnny Bryant going to give his time? Yeah, first assistant or whatever. Why is Johnny Bryant going to give his time for this opportunity, and then you don't give him the opportunity?
And like you said one day, he hasn't interviewed for any opening in the NBA. Not one.
Right.
Not one has put his name in a hat.
Because I think honestly, I think the way it's going to play out, but I could be wrong. I wouldn't understand it though. It doesn't make sense to me. I think the end of this year, is this year 4 or year 5 for Tibbs?
4.
I think it's 4.
4.
Because I think Tibbs I think he signed a 5-year, or maybe it was a 4.
He still got one more year, probably.
Right. Tibbs contract.
He's been here as long as Randle been here, right? Randle's been here 4 years.
No, he came.
RJ was here 5 years. He was, and Mitchell's been here 6. So if I'm not mistaken,
because Tibbs came after we didn't have Bobby Portis no more.
Oh yeah.
He came in with Randle, right?
Yeah.
Right,
So this is
Tibbs came. Randle came in.
The year after the Twirly Derby, Randle, right?
Yeah. We talking about nothing right now. This is 4. So yeah, he's gonna be here this year. He's gonna be here next year. And at that point, I think that's it. It's gonna be bye Tibbs coaching. Tibbs is gonna be in the front office, and Johnny Bryant is gonna take over. That's how they've been setting it up. I think that's what they promised Johnny Bryant. I think that's the reason why Johnny Bryant hasn't decided to go anywhere else. He has decided to not interview for certain positions. I think that's what's going to happen because you can't guarantee anything in the NBA. There's good coaches all around that have left their situations. They've been fired or moved to new situations, and look what's happening. Monty Williams is an example. I brought that up on the Morning Brew when you were on AA. Monty Williams won 60 games with Phoenix. He's with Detroit right now. They've lost 28 in a row. Now, don't get me wrong. Could you say their personnel is not that great? It's not, but it's not 28 losses in a row bad. So does that mean Monty Williams is not a good coach? You know what I mean? My whole thing is, it's just so many question marks out there. You give people the personnel, they got to know how to do something with it. And maybe you bring in another coach right now, and the personnel we got doesn't fit that coach. He don't know how to get what Tom Thibodeau gets out of them. And you know, because that's the thing, we get on Tom Thibodeau for his downfall, but he does know how to get certain things out of the guys he got.
Facts.
We don't know what was going to happen if we get a new coach, and we might have to make some more changes. And then that pushes us back even more. And then that window of Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson getting that big money gets even smaller. So I just think it's going to play out the way it plays out. We better hope the Knicks do well, put the pieces out there that we need to have, and Thibodeau figures out a way to get us to the playoffs, and we get deep in the playoffs. That's all that we can hope right now, because I don't think we have another choice. It's just too much to bring in a new coach and have that coach bring in their people and get the roster set to fit what that coach wants. With the window that we got with Randle and Brunson and them getting big money, and you being stuck because, you know, you ain't going to let these guys go. Like, Randle's not going anywhere. I thought he might. Now I don't think he is. And Jalen shouldn't go anywhere. Is Jalen as good as he was last year? No. Listen, let's just call a spade a spade. Jalen Brunson is a really good player. He's an all-star player, in my opinion, and he should be an all-star. But now that we've seen a full season of him, once again, you can see the up and downs. You can see sometimes he don't got it. Last night, he did not play good. Okay, he finished with like 7 assists, 8 rebounds, or vice versa, either way, which is not bad, right? He was 4 of 16 or 4 of 17 from the field, something like that. He was 12 of 12 from the free throw line. Those 12 points gave him some good points. If you take away them free throw attempts, he's got like 8 or 9 points. He struggled last night, big time. Shout out to Orlando. They had a really good blueprint for him. So now you could also say, I want to give them credit too, because he knocked down all his free throws. When Jalen's not right, he'd be missing free throws and everything. So he knocked down his free throws. So maybe his shot was there. So you want to give Orlando credit, because their defense probably, you know, really messed them up. They got good height. And you know, the knock on Jalen Brunson is what a lot of teams have been doing. They've been trying to put their most agile, biggest defender on him. And Orlando's just got a bunch of those guys. So, you know, it is what it is. And we didn't even see what's his face last night, right? Because he's probably hurt again, I think. Who's the Orlando guy who plays incredible defense, but he's always hurt?
Marquise Fultz?
No. He's a big man. He's a small forward guy. He sat out a season. Oh, I always forget his name. I'm sure the chat knows. He sat out a season because he was hurt, and he also sat out a season during the bubble because of COVID. He didn't want to get the jab. What was his name? Jonathan Isaac.
Oh, Jonathan Isaac.
That's another one. They could have put him on Brunson. It would have been locky down. You know what I mean? Like, if he would have been healthy. So it just is what it is, man. But I don't know. I don't know. Well, I just don't see Tibbs going anywhere until his contract is done, and then he just takes his, you know, just they put a plaque on an office door. He goes in there. Yeah. David L says, "Who we playing tonight?" Meaning, well, we're playing Indiana. You mean who are we actually fielding out there? Because I don't know. I mean, somebody just put in the chat. It looks like Grimes might be out. I don't know. Guys, listen. No RJ, no IQ. If Grimes is out too, I know you want to be positive, but I don't know. I mean, you might talk about Deuce and all types of guys might play. It might be extensive garbage time tonight. And this is a back-to-back too?
Well, if they're still trying to trade Fournier, it'd be smart to give him some minutes.
Yeah. Thank you, John. Look at John still in here, tuned in. Still Knicks fans for life. Look at you. Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, Jonathan Isaac is who I was thinking of.
You know what I mean, Don?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
It'd be smart of them to give Fournier some light if they're still trading him like they should.
But you know what? The Knicks have come with this whole,
on that floor. They not twist no ankle.
No, they not doing it, man, because they could have played Fournier many times, bro. Yeah. They don't want to put him out there, and they don't want him catching a hangnail. They don't want nothing.
No, that's Petty tips, man. Petty tips.
It is well. It is what it is, man. It's maybe in the Fournier case, maybe it's not just Tibbs. Maybe the front office has a lot to do with it too, because you know that the treatment of Cam and all that stuff, that's just not on Tibbs. The front office got to let that go too. So, you know, our front office, I don't know, certain things we do may not be the best. The Cam treatment, the Fournier treatment, and even to an extent the Derrick Rose treatment. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we felt like Derrick Rose was losing. He was losing a step before our eyes, and I guess they felt that same way too. But they didn't try to move him. They didn't let him go. I mean, they let him go, but they didn't try to move him. When he wanted to be moved, he wanted to play, so he had to sit on the bench there with Fournier. They was playing Parcheesi and spades and stuff.
Parcheesi,
so,
that's my favorite
game. Yeah. Craig said Knicks killed Evans' value. Nobody wants him. I mean, I hope that's not the case, but I hope at least that expiring contract might benefit somebody when we get to the trade deadline. Hopefully. Yeah, you locked in, bro. I appreciate you, man. Good to see you as always, man. I can't wait for the next time we chop it up. It won't be Monday. New Year's is Monday, so we're not going to do the show on Monday. But the next Monday, we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming.
Ryan, I gotta find out what show you do the music, man. I'm trying to pump my. I do beats, man. I sell beats, you know, for people that are doing, you know, rock, rap songs and rap music, whatever. I'm starting to get into selling beats.
A man of many talents. Who knew?
You guys have heard of my man Leon Silvers III. You know who Leon Silvers?
Yeah, Leon Silver. Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah. Well, he, you know, him and his brothers and sisters, you know, they had a big group, the Silvers, back in the day. But you know, he became a big producer and writer. And like me, he writes most of his music on bass. He uses the bass to write, just to get the beats and stuff. And that's what I do, man. You know, I work it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm trying to pump it. So I was trying to figure out how that would work with the one show. I know you were having a show where you were having people on there, you know, young upcoming, you know, rappers and stuff, and people that want to get their material heard and stuff. So I got some material and stuff that, you know, maybe some people might, you know, blend with and think that, you know, that might be something they can do it with, you know. So we'll see.
All right.
Just a little hobby. Just a little hobby.
All right, well, let's see. I mean, maybe we could just get you on the show, Double A, and you can, if you got a couple beats that we can play and kind of give a snippet of what you got going on, so that way people can hear about it. We usually talk about the NBA anyway, so I'm sure you can lend your thoughts on what's going on in the NBA, and then the second part we kind of get into what makes up that person, whatever they do, if they produce, make beats or whatever, or if they're hip hop artists and they rap. We'll talk about that, and we can make that work.
All right, bro.
All right, but it's usually Thursday nights at 8:30. Once again, Thursday nights at 8:30 on Nothing But Knicks. And but I also got to see what's going on too. I mean, we're scheduled to do not this Thursday. We're scheduled to do next Thursday at 8:30. But I also want to see what's going on with Sim, because if, you know, people out there already know Sim's channel, Nothing But Knicks, was demonetized. And so he's supposed to reapply in January. And we got to see what happens with that, because they may want him to change a lot of things, the programming, the way things are on the show. And who knows? I mean, that could affect us all together. So I just got to find out what happens with that. But definitely, you already locked in my mind, Double A.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Where was he? Okay. Let me see where we're at, because I see people still showing the love. Craig's like, can we please hit that button? We need 250 likes. Let me see where we at. We had 246. We need FOMO, as my brethren would say. FOMO. I don't know, man. The bench is going to be really thin tonight, as John is saying in the chat. It's going to be a tough one, but you know, you never know. Anything could happen, and the Knicks could come out with some spunk. You know, Halliburton could be off tonight. You know, sometimes he has them stinkers too, where his shot ain't, you know, rocking. You never know. Anything could happen. We could just catch Indiana on a good day. So, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I thank you guys for being here and rocking with me. Today has been a really great show. The conversation has been fantastic. I've enjoyed myself. I mean, I was a little thrown back. I couldn't even believe it because, you know, a lot of times in the chat, people put up fake trades and stuff. Hey, you know, blah. I was not ready for this today. I did not know that this was real, man. So I'm shocked, but it happened. It did happen. So let me get around to the guys and see what their final words are. And also, I want to get to Shah. Shah, I know you're going to go on tonight before the game. So put up whatever time you think you guys are going to be getting on, all that good stuff. So Double A, final words, my brother.
Well, I think this is a good move for the organization, for the team. It's going to make us better, I think. You know, we lost, you know, we lost some players, you know, but we gained some players too, you know, and I think this is going to be one of those trades that help both teams, you know, like I was talking about before. I'd like to see the Knicks make more balanced trades where it's win-win. It's not that we have to give up so much to get, you know, a little bit, you know, and that's happening. And I'm hoping that, you know, another trade is in the work. You know, we got to use that Fournier you know, money. But I really think that the telling sign is they didn't have to use not one #1 pick in that trade to get OG. So that puts us in a perfect position to go ahead and bring Spider home. Go home and bring Spider home.
I like it. I like it.
And thank you, as always, Ron, and giving me an opportunity to come out here and give my opinion. And people in the chat, it's only my opinion. I know, you know, I'm not 100, but, you know, it's my opinion.
Nah, man, I appreciate it. Everybody's entitled to opinion, man. We just gotta you know, work together to understand where everybody's coming from and you know, give our thoughts. That's all it is. We work together. Shy Money, brother. What's your final words for today, and what time is your show going on?
Salute to you, Double A. Salute to you, Ron, as always. We'll be on at 6 o'clock tonight. It's gonna I know Divine is already chopping it up, trying to change things and how to make the lineups and all this stuff. It's gonna be crazy because this is a crazy day for the New York fans. Thank you for having me on. Salute to the chat. That's where it's at. And let's get it. Knicks Real Talk tonight, 6 o'clock. Check us out.
Man, yeah, man. Thank you as always. Appreciate you. And I'm going to try to be tuned in. Thank you to all the subscribers that I've been picking up today. I can't, like, there was so much going on in the chat. I just know Stream Elements has been giving me updates. Thanks for subscribing, Rodney Breddy. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here and rocking. There's been others throughout the day, and I'm sorry if I haven't been able to get out there and acknowledge you guys, but it has been so much going on with the chat and trying to keep the flow of the show going.
That is hard.
Yeah, it was a tough one today, but I like it. Listen, I like days like this. We'll take more of them. No
question.
You know what I mean? But yeah, please continue to support the show if you can. If you like I mean, I'm not going to tell you to support something you don't like. So if you like the content and you like what you see, please support the show and rock with us. You can become a member of the show. You know, we've got different levels: orange and blue level, John Starks level, 90s Knicks level, $1.99, $4.99, $9.99. It's up to you if you want to do that. Appreciate you. That thing is so quick, man. I tell you. It's up to you if that's something you're interested in doing. Obviously, you're always welcome to give super chats. That helps the show as well. But membership is something that's more lasting. You know, it's once a month, and it's $1.99, $4.99, $9.99 once again, and you get some access to these badges. I've got more members now, so because you get more members, I can add some new badges, and I'll come up with something. You know, some players or whatever, some faces, maybe a couple sayings or whatever to make it a little bit more fun. You could throw that in the chat when you shouting out people, saluting people, and so yeah, man. You know, I appreciate everybody. Thanks once again for always supporting and rocking with me. It's just good timing that I would happen to be on when this news dropped. So I you know, I'm thankful. I appreciate it. Yeah, Craig, I actually don't know how many new subscribers we picked up today. But I'll tell you, I think maybe about 30, around there, about 30 today. So, hey, man, listen, I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. The fact that people tune in and watch the show. And like I said, I hope they enjoy the content and keep coming back. We do have different shows that we do. Our channel lineup is, as I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still, Knicks fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Not this Monday because it's New Year's, but usually Monday nights at 9 p.m. with myself, my brother John, and my brother Jose. You know how we get down and we do it for y'all. And then we also have Thursday nights for the NBA wrap-up on the Nothing But Knicks channel at 8:30 p.m. Thursday nights at 8:30. We do half a show about the NBA, and we do half a show about hip-hop. And so going forward, you're probably going to see the show is going to be broken apart, right? We're going to do half of the show on the Nothing But Knicks channel, the hip-hop, I'm sorry, the NBA part. And then the second half of the show is probably going to be on the Front Stoop, Sim's other channel. So you know, we're going to chop that up for you guys, and hopefully y'all can tune in, and we put things in their proper places, and so that should be pretty fun. And then on Saturdays, as you can see, usually 11:30, would have been 11:30, but I had some technical difficulties earlier. 11:30, Know the Ledge, where we get to chop it up. It's open panel. Everybody can come on and talk about the Knicks, and you know, guys like Sha Money and Double A and Jay Boogie and John and you know my brother excuse me, and Sam Granderson and Stafford Don. You know, appreciate everybody for jumping on. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I think I got everybody, but if I did, it's not for lack of trying. It's just maybe my memory stinks. So we'll see, man. Let's go Knicks. Hopefully we win tonight, man. I mean, anything can happen. We're gonna be minus a lot of players. I don't know if Quentin Grimes is officially out. I just looked at the injury report, but it was from 7 hours ago, and it hasn't been updated, at least where I'm looking. So we'll see. If Grimes is out, that'll be a little tougher. We've lost RJ for tonight because he's been traded. IQ is traded, and the new guys won't be able to suit up for tonight. So we're going to be down some players, but we'll see. We'll see if we can make it happen and do what we got to do. Let's see where are we at. One last ditch effort. We got two. Oh, there we go, folks. 250 likes. Y'all did it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Craig, man. Craig, appreciate you for kind of spearheading that and shouting us out in the chat and making it happen. Thank you for the 250 likes. That's a milestone for us. Most likes we've ever gotten. I definitely appreciate y'all, man. As Craig would say, thank you, chat. Yes, appreciate y'all, man. Oh, look, 251. My bad. Appreciate you guys, man. So anyway, guys, have a great night. Remember, 6 p.m. Tune into Knicks Real Talk with my guy Sha Money here and Divine. They're gonna definitely get you right for the game, and I'm sure the conversation is gonna be super upbeat and positive today because this is still some good news, man. It's still good news. It's bad we lost RJ and IQ, but it's good news because the Knicks are trying to make a change, trying to solidify this roster and put us in a position where we can start getting back to winning games and make a run in the playoffs, man. Because that's all we really want. We want to get somewhere, right? You know what I mean? So let's see. Hey, wait, hold on. What did you say, David L? You said I asked who we got, and ain't anyone got blocked. What? This world and people community. What you mean? You asked who we got tonight? I remember, and I said we got Indiana, but you asking who we play, like what type of players we have? I don't know, because we ain't gonna have a lot of guys suiting up tonight. That's what I acknowledge that. Maybe you didn't hear me when I said it. But anyway, all right, brother, man. Appreciate you, David L, as always. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. Well, you seem good. You seem good now. If you was blocked, you wouldn't even be able to post this. So maybe something happened by accident. Maybe somebody could listen. Before we jump to conclusion, anything could happen. One day I was on a show and I'm a moderator on the show, and I went to delete my comment and I wound up blocking somebody by mistake. I told them right away and they fixed it. But yeah, man, you hit that button. Sometimes things happen when you got the power. I don't think anybody meant to block you. But hey, I appreciate you, David L, once again. And that's right. Knicks Real Talk. Let's go. Man. On the way out, look at my wife. How nice. This is the first time she ever jumped into a chat on the show. I appreciate you, love.
250, that's why, Ron.
Hey,
it's a
man.
milestone. Everything happened today. Wifey coming on. We get OG. Big things coming, man.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This has been a really good show, man. Really good day. Once again, I appreciate you. I wish you guys nothing but the best. This is the last show of 2023. So happy New Year to everybody. Safe travels if you're traveling anywhere. I'm wishing everybody, once again, a lot of wealth, a lot of health, and a lot of happiness. Salute to all y'all. And just, you know, let's go Knicks, man. Hopefully they do something else to make us happy. Give us more of these late Christmas presents.
Word up. Right in the early part of the new year. That's what's up, Ron. Talk to you in a little bit, bro.
Man. All right. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.